Popcorn?
Butter.
Nachos?
Cheese.
Root beer red licorice straw?
Right here.
Oh, that was a pretty scary laugh there. And you know what? Welcome to the precursor to start Castaween. We're ready to start the podcast. Woo! I'm horrible, bone-chilling Ryan Ribbity. Who else is here?
It is me, the scary Rosethorn Bush.
That's pretty good.
Rosa.
Ooh, and it's me, Creeper Seep. Ooh.
Whoa, Creeper. Aw, man.
Don't get away from my builds.
Oh, and what terrifying guests do we have in this cavalcade of creepiness?
Yeah, no, I told you guys this is the Usagi Beverage Corporation corporate line. If you want to get Xander, you gotta call a different number. I'm his secretary. Are you with the Sentai Truthers Club? We got a lot of appointments.
We're ready to start the podcast. We just need an extra guest here. Do you want to be on the show? I mean, we're gonna ask Xander because we didn't know who else to ask.
I mean, I speak.
Do you like
for
cartoons?
I don't mind a cartoon here and there, but I speak for Mr. Xander. I can patch you through. Like that's no problem. Just next for future reference. This is not the right number to call for this. This is for corporate stuff. This is like, between like other companies and stuff. Like it's fine.
We're a company, right? I mean,
this is personal. Okay, no, I'll patch you through. It's no problem. Here we go.
Don't have to be a freaking sourpuss about it. Jesus.
Hey, hi. Sorry about that.
Hey, Xander.
Hey, what's up? It's me, Xander.
Why don't you apologize? You didn't know what was happening just now.
I mean, they told me. Like, I got the little beep on my desk. They said, Mr. Xander, the Starcasters are here. And I said, oh, right. Oh my God, I had that today. It's a busy schedule. I'm talking sorting out feud stuff. It's a lot of hard work.
I'm glad you decided to show up on our humble little podcast again as our special guest, Xander.
Oh, it's no problem. Don't even mention it. Don't even worry about it.
We're having a real. This season has been going on for a while. We're having a lot of real we forgot who to ask moments.
No.
It's
What's
fine.
the last time we had a new guest?
Ruth, sister
That's
of
true.
Blue.
There we go.
Yeah,
2
Ruth
episodes ago.
Crabcake. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, hi. I'm Xander. I run Feud Friday.
Okay.
I make bad visual novels. I pretty much do it all. I do it all.
What is Feud Friday for all the people at home who don't know what that is?
I think you asked about Feud Friday and not the visual novels.
Feud down Friday. The list. It's a humble little side project I've got going on. We watch. It's a bi-weekly Family Feud watch party. We watch funny Family Feud moments and. With comedian host Steve Harvey, it's a pretty. There are a lot of funny moments on Family Feud.
On our reaction YouTube video, we could say featuring Steve Harvey in the thumbnail and put his
exactly.
Yeah.
No, we watch it down at SciTube / Family Feud, but it's spelled wrong.
It's Family Feud.
It's Feud.
Yeah.
Someday I'll fix. One day, write this down. One day I'll fix it.
You're never gonna fix that because it's been going on for 4.5 years.
One day we're gonna have the Feud Friday revamp. It's gonna all be new and cool and awesome. It's gonna be great.
You have a fan in chat.
I do see that woman of the century, Hillary Clinton, enjoyed my visual novel User Unknown. That's fantastic, Madam President.
Like we were just talking about your visual novel User Unknown on this show.
Were you?
I don't remember why, but we were talking about the cartoon we made because there was a little surprise cameo from your game.
There's a surprise cameo
in Alvin and the Monk's Room Save E3.
You think that was easy? Everyone in the chat, you think that's easy? Do you know how much like copyright? That's why I have The Office. Like there was some real copyright shit.
There was a lot of paperwork. The fans don't know. The fans it was a huge moment.
Cameo,
oh my god, yeah.
Every cameo was like 18 emails at least. Like
trust us, we behind the scenes were just as excited for that moment as you were.
No, it's great, and
it was a total like fangasm moment.
Steve Harvey was only one email though. We just emailed him and he said sure.
Well, yeah.
There's no intellectual rights. Those guys over at Sparkle on Raven, like there's a lot of red tape.
I still don't know if any of the people who worked on that show ever saw like that video when like
one of them follows me. One of them follows me, so there's a non-zero chance.
I don't think Arlo has seen the video.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why would Arlo know about that?
No, DM it to him. It's like, it's about E3. You loved E3.
I don't know. I know he has seen at least one E3 Toad thing before because he's referenced it. In like the Nintendo Museum video.
Yes.
But I don't know how deep in the lore he is. Maybe I should just send him like, hey, if you want to catch up on the whole, plot line here.
yeah.
We put a little surprise in for you.
Yeah, there's a wink. Oh, I see why you made me. Okay, and then he'd be all, yeah, he'd have fun. We'd have a lot of fun with that.
Well, before we get into the show, I do want to talk about something. This is a big news topic. Heat on the Disney Junior of the Disney Junior has dropped. Peg-Leg Pete himself has dropped his official not so scary fall watch list, and we need to talk about this. This is huge. So we got Coco, Spooky Buddies, Puppy Dog Pals, Sophia the First, Spooky the Square Pumpkin, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and Bear in the Big Blue House. This is Pete's watch list.
I'm shaking.
What do you think?
I'm shaking.
Pete's watch list.
He said not so scary. I don't know if I can.
Some of these send a shiver up your spine, Xander.
Well, yeah, no, it's a square pumpkin. They're not supposed to look like that. That's odd and unusual and scary.
Xander, you might be changing the tune of your whistle once you take a look, because this is a story about Spookily the Square Pumpkin is a story about acceptance and about how being different isn't always so bad.
Rosa, you're a bit of like a horror fan. What do you think of Pete's watch list?
Now, when you first asked me this, I thought it was like scary fall watch list. So I was wondering why Pete had Coco on here, and I was thinking, does he not like Mexicans or something?
Oh,
but don't worry, it's not so scary watch list. So he's actually very comforted by Mexicans.
I love my neighbors regardless of race and creed, whether you're black, white, brown, green, or purple.
Or mouse.
Or mouse.
That's actually not even true. Like he's a terrible neighbor.
No, he hates Mickey. It's like his whole character.
No, that was the old me. We're talking about the new me now. I love Easter eggs and my friends.
It's not because he's a mouse. He just doesn't like him.
I still go trick-or-treating with old PJ. He doesn't actually go trick-or-treating anymore. So I just find it one of the kids on my block, and I walk kind of close to them, but not with them. So it looks like we're walking together, so I can go get all sorts of candies with them.
Okay. PJ has to be like 30 at this point, right?
Yeah, PJ's like,
Dad,
I'm on my first
alone.
Dad, I'm on my first kid.
Yeah, I've never thought about this until right now. People, we talk a lot, like as a society, about the Max Goof disappearance of 2004. No one talks about what happened to PJ. Where is he?
Nobody talks about what happened to Pistol.
Well,
when you find
that was the divorce.
When you find Max, you find PJ.
They're linked.
You think so?
You think they're married?
Yeah, hold on. When is the last time Pete's iconic son, has appeared in anything? I know the only thing I can think of, and this is such a funny thing. No, he appears on a High School Musical parody poster in the queue to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway at the Disney parks.
Oh my god. And that was just only when was that? Like a year ago?
Yes. Oh, wait, hold on. Huge. He was He was in DuckTales 2017.
Like
No
in the little
way.
photo album,
Yeah,
or
he's
like
in
as
the,
a person.
No, he's in the photo album
Oh.
with Max when Goofy's like showing like oh, look all the nice memories I had with my dear son. You could see
boy,
in
my
this
ex.
universe.
you could see PJ in the background.
Yeah, I would like to see him again because I don't know. There's like, I guess without Max, there's no PJ has no punchline, but you know,
So it's really without PJ, right?
yeah, but yeah, I feel like we haven't talked. We don't acknowledge that enough as a society.
Now,
I
we
don't
do
know.
acknowledge PJ in society, but that's usually when we're calling someone racist.
Oh, the meme image,
Yeah.
hot diggity demon.
Someone spent $10. Fluffy spent $10 to let everyone know they prefer Lumpkin the Pumpkin over Spooky the Square Pumpkin.
Respect the gumption.
Do I get a cut of that?
No.
Okay.
We'll
just checking.
sort
Yeah,
out the
that's-
contract afterwards.
That's right.
We don't-
That's fine. It's
Exactly.
Wait, hold on.
Professional.
No, hold on.
Like
Wait,
that.
wait.
What?
Back off.
What?
PJ was in
What?
Disney Emoji Blitz
What? As an emoji?
as an emoji. He was in
Is it-
Disney Emoji Blitz.
Is that the thing where they like recap nostalgic movies using emoji?
No, this is the game though.
Oh, this is the game. So he was an unlockable gotcha emoji unlockable customizable character.
You know it. I have no idea when he was
Okay.
added, so I can't confirm when the last time he appeared was.
What should we talk? What is there any like news this week about?
I don't know.
Because
maybe.
we're an animation news podcast. We like to talk about all the latest like news about cartoons, sometimes some video games too, and just other things we're generally into in the entertainment sphere.
No, I think the only news is about PJ. Show's over. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, sure.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah. Thanks for
Are we
coming
done
tonight.
then?
Yeah, there's no news.
If
It
we're
was-
done, I'm going to sleep. This is like this is the most out of it I've ever been during one of these. I didn't want to say it so soon.
It's cool. Just I got it.
Well, good
Yeah.
news. I lied. There is news.
There is?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Christmas! Yay!
Actually, what do we? I'm like looking at what we have.
Yeah.
I actually don't know who we should
do we
start
have?
with. Let's start the bang. Look, here, I'm on the firework. Ice Age 6 is in production.
Oh my
No way.
god!
They're back.
Hey everyone.
Your favorite Ice Age characters are back.
It's always your favorite in those things.
They
I always
are
felt
my
so demeaned by
favorite.
that.
Like that's
I-
a pretty safe thing to assume. You're saying that
I
like you
get-
hate Ice Age.
Well, I don't.
Like they're not
sometimes
beloved characters.
sometimes they don't even clarify like any specific. Like sometimes it's like
Your favorite show. Your favorite meet your favorite undersea characters.
my favorite undersea character is Karen the computer from SpongeBob. Don't be coming to me talking about your new Little Mermaid movie, talking about my favorite undersea character. You don't know anything about me. Why does it always go to that? I didn't even like that as a kid. It's like, let me choose. I can decide. I can be the judge of that.
Your
All right.
favorite characters
Not
are
swayed
back.
by advertising. This guy.
Yeah, sorry. Your little advertisements not gonna work on this guy. I'm gonna
So
cross my arms.
Ice Age 6 was confirmed to be in the works, and this was confirmed via John Leguizamo just saying in an interview.
That's great.
God bless.
You know, I wouldn't have it any other way than just John. Yeah, you know, we're doing all kinds of fun things. Oh man, Illumination, they can never have this. They tried to replace him in the Mario movie. Oh, sorry, you're never gonna have this. He don't want you no more. Actually, he don't want you no more. Is the thing because he's got Sid the Sloth running strong.
To be fair, his performance as Sid the Sloth is probably better than most of the performances in the Mario movie.
Sid is one of those characters, you know. He's just if anyone's gonna keep Ice Age alive, it's him. Even though they did do one movie where they tried to replace him.
And they learned.
They did learn their lesson. I assume this is not going to be like a straight to Disney Plus, streaming library fodder shenanigans like the Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild.
No. This will be the real one.
You think they'll bring back Kevin Temmer?
I hope so.
Formerly at Blue Sky. Do you think they'll bring?
Yeah, they should just call him. Say, we need you for Ice Age.
Oh, that would be great. I think Disney will do that. I think Disney will call back old Blue Sky employees.
They'll definitely do that.
Movie.
And then they'll Disney's gonna fund Nimona too.
Yeah, and give each Blue Sky employee a cut of the huge success they make off of it.
All my yes, it's happening.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't know what else to say about Ice Age 6 because
I do.
Okay, what?
I have the idea of the plot. They've done all this stupid ass stuff they can do in prehistoric world already, and anything they haven't done, The Land Before Times 1 through 13 already did it. So my idea is every important Ice Age character, like the whole pack, Manny Smith. That's his
name.
Manny, Sid, Diego, Peaches, the whole gang, everyone who matters remotely. Maybe not Diego's girlfriend. It'd be funny if she didn't get to come along. They never saw each other ever again. They get frozen.
They trim down the cast.
They get frozen, and then like they melt in modern day New York.
No,
and it's an awesome movie. We're like the Ice Age gang is in modern day New York, but don't worry, there's like a little girl character who can talk to animals. Like that's how you get the human character we can relate to.
Yeah.
Okay, no, hold on.
Maybe it's the baby, the Ice Age baby grown up.
No, here's what happens. Here's what happens. They unfreeze in modern day New York. They go to like the New York Zoo, and there they meet the Madagascar crew.
Oh, you're living in
a big cross. No,
right?
I think Alex needs to meet Sid the Sloth needs to meet all these funny characters from Madagascar. They're all funny and would play off him. I don't know about any other character, but you could put Sid the Sloth in Madagascar, like Madagascar 1, just put him in there and he would fit. He would fit perfectly.
Ryan is kind of joking right now, but that was the original plot for Ice Age 2.
Really?
No way. That was. They decided not to do it, but that was one of their concepts for Ice Age 2. I'm not kidding. You can look this up. I think that was on like the DVD or something where they said that.
Sander, I do have to break your heart real quick. Madagascar and Ice Age are not under the same company, but I know what we can do to kind of save your idea. The Ice Age gang will go to New York. Okay. They will go to the zoo, but they're gonna meet the Wild gang.
The Wild!
Holy shit!
They're gonna meet the cast of the Wild.
No, that's better. That's
epic
way
lion
better.
dad character. Epic comedic relief koala character.
Epic snake.
Oh yeah.
Epic snake. Epic giraffe. That might actually.
There's a squirrel.
Okay. I wasn't sure at first, but now hearing this out loud, I gotta say I'm pretty hyped.
I think you remember more about the Wild than anyone, just by remember like what characters were in it.
Realistic, what species are in the movie?
Yeah, I think on that alone.
They do curling with the turtles. I remember that. I had like a Happy Meal toy of it. They would like shoot the turtle, like a little shooter.
Yeah, I know there was some kind of like this was after Ice Age.
Yeah.
This was 2005. I wanted to say that they did. I might be like getting like Ice Age memories confused now because I'm thinking of the scene where Sid has all the sloths and he's like dancing and they're copying him.
Yes.
For some reason, I'm thinking that happened in the Wild. Did that happen?
Something kind of had.
Yes.
There's chameleons.
No,
the chameleons do that. I think.
No, what happens is I'm remembering this now. The koala guy becomes the ruler of like the bull villains like squad, and they all do what he says sort of it.
Yes.
And then at the end, they're on the boat and they dance together. I remember that. All the bulls are like dancing on the boat with like the koala.
I'm using like 100% of my brain to try to remember the one time I watched The Wild, like when it was new at like a friend's house.
Yeah, that it was a great like blockbuster rental movie, I gotta say.
It's a great movie to watch with your friends in a basement on a TV.
Mm-hmm. I have a very specific The Wild memory.
That's great.
Yeah, go on.
I did rent that movie at Blockbuster, like on DVD. I remember watching it alone in like my parents' empty room. because they had a TV in there. I remember being really disappointed because I saw like on the DVD they had bloopers. And I thought it would be like Pixar bloopers, right? Where they like fully animate like funny comedic behind the scenes scenarios. But no, it was just like it was like a 2-minute reel of like the voice actors saying their lines wrong sometimes in like a studio. I know, and it was so like, oh, that's not really what I wanted. It wasn't all that funny to me. It was just kind of where like the CGI characters jumping around and like goofing with each other, you know?
Do you think when The Wild dropped, I mean, and like Madagascar dropped around the same time, Disney was furious about how much better Madagascar was?
Was it
I don't
not
know.
like a Ants Life Ants, Bugs Life Ants situation? It was completely separate?
Yes, it was like, I think these released around the same time, being very similar. I think it was like genuinely like a huge coincidence, is what I remember hearing.
Right.
You think they were mad because Madagascar like those penguins, and everyone loved the penguins.
No, the penguins are awesome.
The penguins are good.
I think
it looks good.
Right. Madagascar is just genuinely just better on so many fronts, like visually, comedically.
It's got
They
the
reference
penguins.
movies. There's Easter eggs. There's Easter
I think it'd
eggs
be
in
funny.
Madagascar.
Easter eggs.
Oh yeah, like this one.
I think it'd be funny if they were like still mad about it.
To this day.
Like mad for a while, like seeing all the sequels. Like every time a Madagascar sequel or spinoff would come out, it's like, you could have had this.
They're gonna put out The Wild 2, and there's gonna be like a real funny dig at Madagascar. They're gonna be like on a boat. They're gonna be
The Wild 2.
They're on the boat at the end, right? They're at the boat at the end of The Wild. And number 2 is gonna start. They're still on the boat. They're deciding where to go. They're looking at a map. And like they're like,
all
what
the voice actors are 50 years old.
What about Madagascar? And one of the characters will say something along the lines of like, oh no, Madagascar sucks. It'll be funny. It'll be really you laughed.
And the empty movie theater will remain silent.
The empty movie theater full of like 2 grandmas who came on Discount Tuesday matinee showing at 10 a.m. They'll get a kick out of that one.
They'll love it.
They won't. They won't even know what they're talking about.
They'll think it's cute. No, grandmas love this shit. Grandmas will be like, "Oh, that was cute."
Well, I don't think they would get the reference though.
They wouldn't
get
the
might think
reference.
it's cute still. Yeah.
Remember talking on Ice Age? What happened?
We're talking about The Wild.
Yeah,
I mean, we're in the sphere of Ice Age here, like 2000s talking animal, disgusting movies.
This conversation about The Wild during the Ice Age 6 conversation is the most anyone ever has ever talked about The Wild ever, I think, in any form whatsoever.
We should retitle this video to like, oh, remember The Wild?
Do you
movie
remember
Disney want you to forget?
The Wild?
Do you remember The Wild?
The Wild.
Bradley's put old Norm over Bradley on uppercut.
Put him over, Bradley. All right.
What, this old Norm? Is that what you're calling him? The old Norm?
No, that's his name.
The old. These for predicted the new Norm.
Oh my god.
Imagine the Family Guy white man singing that song instead.
They should make like a meta reference to the new Norm. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm back. I'm the new Norm.
I'll never work out.
Nah. That is a great joke, though, Xander. Like cartoons making like fourth wall references to another and then going nah. Phineas and Ferb did do that with SpongeBob.
Yeah, he was like, a sponge and a starfish? Oh, what use is that?
Yeah.
There's nothing funny we can do with this.
Yeah, cartoons need to be doing that more. People get so up in arms. People get their little soy tune panties in a twist whenever like cartoons make light jabs at each other these days. We need to bring back some hostility.
I will say
in
though,
animation.
that Patrick Star Show one did make me feel a bit like Steven Universe been off the air for some time now. A little bit.
Snappy. It's got to be modern.
At least a little. But they got to go after like Teen Titans Go. That's still airing.
It does give a little bit of like Family Guy attacking Bob's Burgers and Bob's Burgers just kind of chilling. I get the thrill of the hunt, but it works best when you go after someone who would fight back.
You know,
like scared to fight back.
I-
I think the only time you seen like Bowser fight back was in the Family Guy gag where Peter walks into the Bob's Burger hiding from his wife and Homer's there eating a burger.
Oh yeah,
He
I
looked
think
in the
they.
menu.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's for Emmy winners only.
no, they've shifted now. They're like they've
Yeah.
accepted they're below because they did another gag too recently. Where, like they're like at a fair or something. It's like, oh, that's that guy I used to be above, but now I'm below him. And he's like pointing
Right,
to
yeah.
Bob. And he's
You've
like,
never been
yeah.
above him, Peter.
Oh,
they've like accepted
You
the
only got
fate.
like a. You only got
Yeah.
a movie.
it's just a different era. You can't do jokes where Quagmire assaults Linda Belcher on TV anymore.
I can't believe that one with Marge. I don't want to get too into it, but like,
It's
Simpsons-
genuinely like
The
awful.
fact that they let it air, like they let it go through that far, it really is just like, did no one like stop them?
I just can't
guess
believe
not.
it was in response to a joke where like they opened up Homer opens a book of like Homer clones and Peter's in it, and they thought like the appropriate response was that for some reason.
They did kind of get to epitomize that too in the Simpsons guy crossover with the Mo prank call joke they did.
Yeah.
That was a pretty self-aware moment now that I think about it.
Well, now Family Guy's soy and they don't make awesome dark humor jokes anymore because they're
Yeah, now they're all self-deprecating and like they're trying to appeal to the Zoomers now.
remember Ice Age.
I say,
Remember,
hey,
Ice
those are
Age?
my nuts. My nuts.
That's
uh,
Here's
was
a movie.
crazy.
Here's a movie you might actually have something to say about because it's not Ice Age 6 where they go to New
Okay.
York. Still happening by the way. Ice Age 6 will they all go to New York. They released the trailer to the Dave Pikely DreamWorks Dogman. What do y'all think of Dogman?
Dogman.
Dogman.
He's harder, better, faster, and stronger.
That's true. So Dogman is the next DreamWorks movie coming out.
Yes.
Inspired by the works of Dave Pilkey. We got Captain Underpants, the first epic movie, whatever it's called. What?
You're doing that like
Yeah,
this, like
Pilkey.
the pigeons from Finding Nemo. Milk, milk, milk.
Do you think he's ever
Uh,
had Pilk? Do you think he's aware of the concept that he's named after putting Pepsi in milk?
I don't think he is.
We
Unless
should
we
ask.
get like an epic like meta reference to it in the next Dogman novel. But yeah, this is kind of like I do this is definitely kind of like a follow-up to the Captain Underpants movie. I'd say
Yeah.
like it's very much like a stylistic send-up. They're very dedicated. This one's interesting because it's based specifically on like the comic book style
Mm.
in those books where it's supposed to look like a kid's drawings. So a lot of the characters are very like they got like the lines for eyes. No one has ears.
Right, that
They
was
have
the
very,
thing
like,
I thought was
bulky
really
hands.
funny. Is like they have no ears because George and Harold in the books don't draw ears.
Yeah. So it's a very interesting look for a movie. And yeah, I think it's really interesting how this is just kind of about like the I guess the franchise you'd call it as a whole now. It's really neat how like Dogman as its own thing just like got really big and popular
Hmm.
on a comparable level to Captain Underpants. I don't know. I think it's cool that it's been able to make a movie out of it.
I remember I
Um,
was really surprised when I saw how many like views the trailer had. I need to go double check, but it was like a lot. I remember there's 11 million views, which is more than I thought it would like something like this would get.
Yeah, they genuinely like have a whole other audience who like grew up reading the books that they can appeal to,
Right.
like separate from Captain Underpants with this.
Mhm.
But still bring in those old fans. You know, paying respects to the old fans.
We're old
Uh,
friends and new friends and even the
Even a
dog.
bear.
Yeah. Yeah. I've read a couple of the Dogman books. They're actually
What'd you
really
think?
good. They're really good. I'm really excited for this movie actually. Based on some of the plot details that they've given out. Because it's actually a really I don't know. I won't spoil too much about it because it's like a really thoughtfully put together story. Dave Pilkey's books are always really like smartly made.
He's really good at making smart books for kids that are also incredibly dumb. That's the best way to put it, I think.
Yeah. And this seems to be keeping that up from what we've seen from this.
I love the panel where like the cat just says like, if I see one more dumb thing, I'm gonna, and then just one more dumb thing happens, and it just keeps escalating how dumb it is, and he just keeps silent and looks at the audience.
Yeah, that's a really funny one. Have you seen that one, Ryan?
I probably have.
Yeah,
I know. I've seen the picture of him going like, "If I see one more dumb thing." I don't remember what happens, but I know the cat guy says it.
That one is really funny.
I want to say, I respect them because this is something I think if this movie came out a few years ago, they wouldn't have done. I respect that they're keeping him silent. Dogman doesn't talk. I feel like if this came out like a few years ago, or like in the early 2010s, they would have got like nervous about Dogman not having a celebrity voice coming out of him, right?
Yeah, no, I do get what you mean. So I think that alone like instills a lot of confidence. It seems like they're just being really faithful. Like that's something I really like about the Captain Underpants movie. Like I think Dave Pilkey himself, he like consulted on it, but he didn't really work on the movie himself that much. Like he just kind of let them do it. And it came out really like extremely faithful, just like tonally to the books. So I'm really glad that they're kind of keeping it on track. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Even though Ricky Gervais voices one of the characters.
I saw that was like the one like, man, you gotta do this.
That's the one like, I don't know how he's
bully.
He's barely even. Is he really? He's not even like relevant.
No, I don't know why they.
I'm not even saying
this.
that to be mean. Like, I mean, I am saying it to be mean, but
he's recognizable and he's British. He's got a very funny British accent.
His flame is really dying. He's starting to be like his legacy is the fact that he was famous instead of anything he's actually done now. I guess he hosted.
He'll never be as funny as Carl Pilkington.
Yeah, they should have got Carl Pilkington to voice the character.
Right? Like it'll be really good.
He's a little dog man.
Yeah.
He should just play himself. He would look perfect in the Dogman art style, right? Like his baldy, roundy head.
He's already got a baldy, roundy head.
I mean, is he a qualified police officer?
Anyone who doesn't know about Carl Pilkington, you should go watch some Carl Pilkington media. If you can stomach the presence of Ricky Gervais.
No, don't worry. All he does is laugh, so it's okay. All he does is go.
Yeah.
You madman! He's a fucking idiot.
Carl, what an idiot! That's the most crazy thing I've ever heard.
And you watch this show, so that you can stomach that.
No,
but
Carl.
yeah, Carl, you're an idiot, mate. Oh,
no,
you're an idiot,
you'll recognize me from Portal 2.
And
it's the voice from Portal 2.
Remember he was in Logan? Do you remember that? Did you watch
He
Logan?
was in Logan. He was that
like
white
a bold,
guy.
like mutant. Yeah. I'm a bold mutant in Logan. I don't
keep
have
me
really
locked in a
good
crate.
They keep me locked in a crate, mate. I can't. I
gotta wrap myself. I have to wrap myself up in bandages to go outside and give Professor X his biddings, his fiddlings.
I want to say I'll give this movie a full like extra letter grade in my brain. If they say if George and Harold are in the credits to this movie at all, like directed by George and Harold or some stupid shit like that.
They gotta do something like
they
that.
have to.
We need to have Thomas Middleditch and Kevin Hart's adult voices narrating the beginning, telling them, "Let me tell you 3 stories."
3 Dogman books on the beach.
Yes. Oh.
You think this will make more money than Moana 2? That's a funny thing to get asked.
Oh God. Moana 2 is coming out.
No, that's a movie
in
that'll
like
be
2 months.
That will come out
before this.
That's a movie no one will be excited for, like in your peer review. Like nobody will be excited for, and then you'll check like the top 10 highest grossing animated movies, and Moana 2 will be on there. All of a sudden, that's the truth.
All the kids better step aside.
Brand
What is it,
recognition is
Zoro?
all that matters. That's the crazy thing. They're putting this out because like people be like, oh, I saw Moana. I'll go see it. It'll make $1 billion. It's crazy.
I'm retired, and it's discount Tuesday at 10 a.m. on a matinee showing. I'll see Moana 2.
I heard good things about The Rock and Moana 1. I haven't seen it.
Oh, The
But I'll
Rock's
go-
in this one. Hey,
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
I like The
Goof.
Rock. Moana's
should
like a
be-
movie that's just all marketing, I feel like. Like people like
Moana?
Moana. Moana's good, but I feel like whenever I hear about Moana now, it's like the brand. And they're not talking about the
that's-
character. They're talking about The Rock is in it. The Rock's doing this.
I mean that's the Disney princess machine now.
No, come on, hold on.
But it's not about the Disney princess. It's like if when Beauty and the Beast came out, everyone was like, I fucking love Gaston, dude. Which they probably did, but like it's not like Gaston is like the main character.
Right.
Well, hold on, come on. One of the most popular animation YouTubers is in that movie. He sings the song, remember?
In what movie?
In Moana, remember?
In Moana?
Yeah, one of the most popular animation YouTubers. He sings the song in the movie.
Where are you going with this?
The crab, remember?
The crab.
Oh,
you too?
fucking
Crab.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
the crab. He does sing a song in the movie.
The
Oh,
crab.
okay. Oh, okay.
I say
I
thing about
get it.
fucking Ralph saves the internet. Like,
Yeah,
fucking
Dan DTM.
Ninja would be in it
Dan
now.
DMT.
I wish we got to see Ninja in
Hello,
Ralph
I'm your
Saves the-
personal e-boy.
Oh, wow, it's an e-boy.
Oh, hello, governor.
Dude, they could
I'm
get
not
like
an actor.
they should if they did Wreck-It Ralph 3, they can get the big bad bosses in. We're not continuing that joke. Rosie, you weren't there. We were doing Feud Friday last night, and we put in the big bad bosses, which was the completion. This is like video game villain themed boy band, and everyone skipped it when we got like halfway through the song, and then I just dedicated myself to keep putting it in the queue, and everyone had to keep skipping it. So I made like a challenge.
Do you know what happened after you left Feud Friday, Ryan?
No, what happened?
It was stuck in the queue. Like it was stuck on top. It would be stuck before whatever video was playing. So I had the power to just constantly queue it next whenever I wanted to. And it would get skipped, insta-skipped like before it even loaded every time. That's why everyone hates this in the chat right now. Some people are at the Feud Friday watch party where this happens.
You know, if they just listened to the song, they just let me finish it. Like it would have gone away. They only have
Rosa, have
themselves
you
to
ever
blame.
listened to B3, the big, what is it called?
The big bad bosses.
The Big Bad Bosses?
No, I never listened to it. It's kind of but I feel like I should let it be like the similar thing to Haktua, where I never watch it. Therefore, I can never know the context. Therefore, it makes it 100 times funnier.
Why did we ask Haley Welch to be on our show?
Who?
Haktua.
I didn't know. She's a name? I thought her name was Haktua.
No, her name's.
That's
You
what
should have done that
Haktua
before.
means?
She got a podcast now. See, the thing is, it doesn't work that
It's
way. Now.
too
You could have
late.
got her
I
before
guess it
she
is.
started doing
Dang it!
Talk to us. Speak into that.
Do you think one of us? Do you think one of us has a chance to be on Talk to Us speaking to that thing?
Absolutely not.
No.
I think
we're too big?
I think you gotta make a cartoon about you got okay.
Kartua?
Kirby sucks something up and then he spits it out and he goes Haktua. I think that would get her attention. She'd be like, "Oh my god, this is such a cute little animation. This is such a cute little cartoon."
I actually did start working on a
Haktua.
Haktua cartoon.
Oh my god.
Is it
Well,
Kirby?
You want
Is
to know
it
something
Kirby?
funny?
No, it's just like a random like character I created.
What's funny, Rosa?
I always thought the Haktua thing was just like the Mario wall jumping voice clip. I thought that was like the origin of like all that.
Oh, it's the one with the British kid going, Super Mario says Haktua.
But in that video,
Yeah.
it's clearly like Haktua is something that already exists that's being referenced.
I just never pay attention to it. I'm just like Haktua. Oh, okay, then.
Do you ever look up from that freaking iPad where you got freaking Zenless zeros loaded?
I don't own an iPad. I don't use Apple products. I only play on Android.
Your Android Samsung tablet where you got
Yeah,
latest
don't
Hoyoverse
play.
No one talks
downloaded.
about tablets from anyone but Apple. That's weird, isn't it?
I have a non-Apple tablet. I just call
Right,
it my
but-
iPad.
Yeah, no, they've kind of like got the market on that.
Dude, Rosa was begging in our 3-person like
Oh my God.
chat. Like, what if Hoyoverse sponsored us? She was like on her hands and knees hoping it would happen.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna leak this
Man, don't tell me
information.
about that part.
She was like asking us, like, what if we got a sponsorship for like what is that game called? Zenless
No,
Zeros?
Zenless on Zero.
Zenless Zone Zero. She was like, what if we got a sponsorship from Zenless Zone Zero? And I was like, what do you mean? Like, we can't just. But do you want me to ask them for it? You want me to email Hoyoverse like, hey, can we get like a free download code for your game so we can sponsor it on our 70 viewer podcast? That's not how this thing works. Because she wants free tokens in her gacha game.
Tokens.
That's
we gotta
true,
slow that down.
actually.
I like how you call it.
That's true.
You know, Sheep doesn't play gacha games because he's calling them tokens, like they're like Chuck E. Cheese currency.
That's all. We can't. Ryan, you have to like intervene because like she keeps downplaying how severe this is, and like she's
Listen,
asking for
I'm
free
just saying,
tokens. Like, what are you
kinda-
talking about? I can't just do that. I'm not magic. What do you think I am? They have to come to us. That's how this stuff works.
Listen, I'm just saying, I just want more tokens for Zenless Zone Zero because I'm kind of getting bored of just waiting for like an event to actually like pull something.
Oh, dude, hop on multiverses.
You're gonna get a sponsorship.
No.
It's gonna be for Raid Shadow Legends, and you're gonna
I'm
have to
gonna
start getting
die.
fucking Raid Shadow Legends tokens.
Raid tokens?
Yeah, raid tokens to level
gonna
up your
get raid
epic new
tokens?
heroes.
You're gonna get raid tokens and you're gonna enjoy them.
But I don't want to play. I want to make 200
People-
pulls.
People would play Raid Shadow Legends if it had like a sexy anime art style. That's where they're like floundering. If they were like, if it wasn't like a gritty, realistic fantasy game, if you had like anime girls running
Beautiful
around and they were
bouncing
going like
bosom babes. Yeah, I will say I'm Zenless
Manners
Zone
up.
Zero. There was this clip I saw from the game, my timeline, where there's like these girls in the shower, like eek, ooh, eek, stupid, and like they're having like a conversation, arguing, and there's this one girl in the shower who just keeps moaning over and over again. And it felt like a parody. Like she just they're like talking and doing
Yeah.
something else, like the other 3 girls in the shower, and then one of the other girls is going like over and over again.
You
God
never felt that
dang.
wet water hit your back just right.
I never even seen that. All I ever seen was like that rat eating an apple like that. It's like, what the fuck? Like the fucking chicken tender girl.
You know what? Let's say about Dogman to bring it back to Dogman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like Dogman.
I like just how fucked up this backstory kind of is when you think about it. Like the guy's dead.
Yeah.
Like he's dead. Like
It's
this
like
is
RoboCop.
His head breaks. He broke his head. The police officer's head breaks, and then
Mhm.
his dog's body breaks. So they stitch the dog's head on the man's body to fix
But-
both of them.
okay, but the man's gone. This is all the dog now.
They perform a fusion technique.
They should get really like existential with it and have like the man be like psychically a part of him, and he like speaks to him.
He should like look in the mirror and like, cause he can't talk, like it's really like insightful and emotional. Like he's looking in the mirror and he like looks down into like his hands and he's trying to, he's like, who is he? Cause he's not the dog and he's not the man. Dogman is a new thing. It's like RoboCop.
That's what the Prestige like streaming show for Dogman would be. It would be like it would take him like 8-hour-long episodes to embrace the title of Dogman, and then have his first fight with Petey the cat.
This is just Chainsaw Man. That's I like that better. I like that better. This is Chainsaw Man.
It's like Chainsaw Man if it was Chainsaw Dog.
I mean, now hold on. It is the Chainsaw Dog. That is what it is.
Well, but the man takes precedent, right?
But like, the Chainsaw Man's the dog.
The
The dog is Chainsaw Man, but he's inside the man.
Wait.
Right.
Wait, hold on. Dogman, Chainsaw Man, crossover crisis.
Oh my god. A
No
huge
way.
portal opens up over New York.
Which New York? Wait, which version of New York? Like, who's going to whose world?
Dogman, the dog world, the Chainsaw characters are flying. Demons from Chainsaw Man are flying into the Dogman world.
Okay.
I should
No,
pitch this to
here's the
Matt.
thing. No, that's not how demons work in Chainsaw Man. The thing is, they're
Oh,
based
Rose,
on concept.
don't you like point your finger up with your glasses on and like lecture me on how in my freaking New York portal in the sky fantasy.
Listen, I'm just trying to make it work. I just want to know what's the scariest concept in like Dogman that Dogman has to face against.
When his owner, well, he doesn't have an owner. The vacuum cleaner.
Exactly.
Yes!
So
Yes!
so Chainsaw Man has to help Dogman fight against the vacuum devil.
There we go.
And then
We
in
have our
part 2
story.
of the crossover, Dogman goes to the Chainsaw Man world, and they go to the theater, and then Pete walks and goes, "Hey, we're watching some movies?"
What? Why is Pete there?
Remember they're all in the movie theater, and then Pete shows up later? Remember?
Oh yeah.
Oh, came to see the amazing digital trailers?
That's a great reference to a specific Twitter post I made 5 months ago.
I never stopped thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, true. That was kind of the nexus point. For
Hey,
Pete
see, should
posts.
Ryan put in like that one GIF?
What? Rose has been wanting Ryan to put the GIF of the anime girl struggling to eat a chicken nugget off a fork. You might have seen it.
No, I
Folks at
think
home.
that can go on screen. I think if anything, just to sate our dear Rosa.
Maybe
to
you can
put-
make it really small so it's not overwhelming to stare at. for the
Fine.
next hour.
Put it in the onion GIF. Put it on top of the onion GIF, like a small speck of it on the onion GIF.
You people are insane. I think George and Harold would love Chainsaw Man, though.
Think so?
They'd be like, "Ah, dude, this is awesome. Let's write Captain Underpants in the horrible chainsaw toilet."
That's true. That is true. I wonder if we'll
Can you
ever see
also
them.
add in the Kabini cat?
You're like, demanding so much of me right now.
Yeah, of
just
course.
making
I'm your
command-
wife.
Ham Bubba.
This is
I like I like the Kobeni cat. Can that go on screen?
Sure.
I like the Kobeni cat quite a bit.
See, what were you trying to say before this nonsense?
I don't even know. I'm so tired. I had to wake up early to like buy Comic-Con tickets, and I didn't even do that. Like I didn't even need me. I just sat in the waiting room, and someone else bought them for me. I had to call my insurance company. I had to call them. Then I had to watch a cartoon. I slept for 1 hour today. I genuinely don't remember.
We were talking about Chainsaw Man and Gerald and Harold.
George and Harold. I was just wondering what if we'll see George and Harold, you know, later on in life again. Like, well, we never
And
see
he's
them as,
gay.
like, we never see them as teenagers.
Yeah, do you think you found out he was gay as a teenager?
I wonder what gay teenager Harold would look like.
The objection is to figure out he's gay as a child because he sees his future self.
That is true.
Oh yeah, but you don't become gay just because you know you're gay in the future. That doesn't like immediately like make you like accept it.
That'd be
He
a
has to
little
accept
funny.
it.
Like, oh well, guess I'm gay.
Like circular logic. Like
He's
the
gonna-
reason he's
he's-
gay is because he saw himself in the future.
Yeah, there's no start point. Like he was not attracted to men, and then he saw that and he was like, well, I guess I'm at least bi. Like
We'll dig this up more later.
That's a great like classic Sonic learning how to boost moment.
Oh, dude, classic Sonic with a pink bulbous nose. I'm thinking about it.
I think about this one YouTube short where a guy's like, "Oh, let's talk about Amy's power string. She she can learn how to boost just like Sonic." It's like, no, she doesn't.
What are you talking about? What nerd crap are you talking about right now?
Well, speaking of Sonic, Sonic has a crossover that was announced like minutes before the show to add another news topic onto it. Sonic is meeting DC superheroes? Say what?
Say,
What is this?
I'm not quite
A
sure.
Sonic and DC Universe crossover.
Yeah. Okay. So what we know is that it's a media crossover type thing. It's not just gonna be the video. They posted a video of like Batman goon walking around like, oh, I'm the Batman goon. I hope no one gets me. And then Shadow emerges from the shadow dressed as Batman. And that's like what they released. And apparently it looks like there's going to be more like DC Sonic stuff. And I think what is generally thought to be is there'll probably be like an IDW crossover.
Uh-huh.
And they'll probably
that makes the most sense.
They'll probably put Bat Shadow and like Sonic Runners on your phone.
Oh my god, yes.
Do you think it'll be better than Ruby meets DC?
Absolutely.
When Ruby
not
met
allowed-
DC?
You're not allowed to disparage that in any way, because our friend Niall made that movie.
No, he worked on it. He didn't make it.
No, he worked on it. He made it. He pitched it. He was sent it through.
He gave
I
birth
respect
to
Niall a
two.
lot. I respect Niall quite a bit for working on Ruby.
Uh-huh.
And
You
making
know, he raised it. He raised it, fed it, helped it grow strong, took it to school.
He helped he funded the Kickstarter for Ruby versus the Justice League.
Well, do you guys have any hopes and dreams for Sonic meeting DC characters?
I hope he meets Batman.
Well,
and he goes, I'm Batman. I'm the knight. And Sonic's gonna be like, whoa, you remind me of my buddy Shadow. And Shadow's gonna be like, I don't talk like that. And then Batman will be like, yeah, he doesn't talk like that. There's nothing in common between us. And like and Sonic will like look over at Superman, who is also a blue heroic character that contrasts with the darker guy.
You got this all figured out already,
and
don't you?
And they're gonna be like snickering. They're gonna be like, and they're gonna be like, it's like we're kind of similar. And then Superman's gonna be like, well, but I can also blow up a planet with my brain because I'm Superman. And he's gonna be like, whoa, your weakness is kryptonite, but my weakness is a chili dog.
Oh, and then Bugs Bunny just as Superman will be there to like, yeah, Sonic. Can we tell you about the
That'll be the after the credits scene.
No. Then he goes, can we tell you something about the multiverses? And then Rain Dog goes,
dude, Sonic and multiverses would go fucking hard though. People would be over that.
I could save that game.
Sonic with a Smash moveset that isn't the Smash moveset would drive people fucking crazy. People would be like, multiverse is the best platform fighter because Sonic has a real moveset.
He has a moveset that has like 10 fucking meters for everything he does.
My speed meter. Speed limit.
He's got a boost meter.
Go down.
He's got a ring counter. He does like he takes more like there's rings around the stage and he takes more damage the less rings he has. You can't KO him until you get all the rings out of him.
That's pretty good.
And
it's a fun risk reward play style.
And if you get your ring meter high enough, he can activate his Chaos Emerald for like a super move, and he becomes Super Sonic. And that also has a meter for how long that lasts.
Connie in chat said this. They're absolutely going to make Eggman pair with Joker. But I'm just going to say it. Eggman should be the Penguin.
Well, do we know, are they going to be like meeting characters?
We don't know.
Is this going to be like, I think it'd be pretty novel to have a crossover these days that doesn't go for that. Instead just kind of has like kind of like a role swap, you know?
Right, like this is just a world where Shadow is Batman kind of situation.
Right, yeah. I think there could be something to that. You know, he's got like the tragic past that drives his vengeful motives in the present.
See, I actually think that's an awesome idea, like just having like the Sonic characters fill the roles, but there'll be a tweet with 1,000 million retweets going like, I think it was a waste of space for Sonic and Superman to meet. Get those like death battle stats in. Am I right?
Yeah, we get a lot of drawings from like a 35-year-old Comic-Con cartoonist where like they're meeting and they're having like a conversation. Oh man, we were robbed. They're gonna post images of Sonic racing the Flash, saying we were robbed.
Yes.
Up for a little race, blue guy? Huh. You're on. Just don't go easy on me. Huh. Okay.
This just sound the same.
Oh, the Roadrunner comes in and says, room for one more?
And then Mighty Mouse lifts the crucifix.
Bro, and then Broly comes in with his ass cheek out. It's like, don't worry, Mighty Mouse. I got this.
Oh my god. So, you know what? Who would be the roles? You think Eggman as the Penguin? I think just like phenotypically, that works out pretty perfectly.
Yeah.
I feel like Eggman also would kind of work as like a Lex Luthor type.
Ooh, wait, that's true.
Okay.
Like
Maybe they could get like all the multiverse Eggmans from Sonic Prime
Shut up.
being different DC villains.
I want him in.
Because I think Doctor the Eggman with hair, I could see him as like a Lex Luthor type because he's already like taken over the world. He's got his big tower that he plots in.
Hey, you.
No, exactly. It's in New York City.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like Gotham. I can't think of a good one for Gotham, but pretend I came up with something clever.
Would Rouge the Bat be Catwoman because they're both sexy?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, undeniably, especially with the relationship with the Shadow. No, I would bet $100 that if Rouge the Bat's in this, she'd be Catwoman.
She's already like a jewel thief type.
She's a sexy jewel thief. That's all you need.
Yeah.
I'm trying to form some sort of joke in my brain about Knuckles being cyborg and that scene where he goes, "Of course I am, part robot."
Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, I appreciate the thought, Ryan.
I can't think of one, but I just think it has to go in your mind.
Hold on, Tails. Who's Tails?
I don't give a shit. I think Robin.
Yeah.
But that's Shadow Batman.
I don't care.
You're right.
Where
You're right. So Omega should be Robin.
I mean, Sonic, in terms of powers, Sonic is like the Flash, but I think kind of like his very central role, heroic role, he is like very much a Superman type.
Mm-hmm.
And Superman has little like sidekicks. Like he could be like a Superboy.
He like the monkey from like the Super Friends or whatever.
He could be like.
They could just call him like.
But like the Batman has guys who make gadgets.
He could just be like, they could just call him like Tails Boy Wonder and just make him like superhero themed.
Oh my god, they're gonna bring my Super Tails from the Archie comics.
Oh my god, Titan Tails. Can you get a picture of Titan Tails on the screen, Ryan?
Yeah, let me get that.
I think you cracked it, Rosa. I think you cracked it. We already have the formula ready to go.
Hey, Titan Tails. I knew what he looked like, and then I saw him again. It was even worse.
Oh man. Oh, they should have the Toontastic superhero character from the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. What was that guy's name?
Toontastic superhero?
Wasn't there like a superhero in that show? Superhero. It's Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog superhero. There was like a guy who's like, it looks exactly like Mighty Mouse and like the Tex Avery guy. He has like a cape and like muscles.
I've seen one that's like fat.
That's
okay. Maybe my brain is filling in a few gaps.
Hold on, let me send a picture.
No,
of
he is pretty fat.
Okay, they should bring this guy for the crossover, and he can make a little toony though. Then, like the classic Sonic fans who want him to return to his toon roots could be happy.
Yeah, all you classic heads.
And then they're gonna add in Toad. They're gonna add in Toad for the Andrew Dodson video.
What? The one who was like
Andrew.
The one with like they're at his door and they go like
Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, the suit. Okay, that's an Andrew Dobson video.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's the Super Show's biggest fan.
Yeah, that was a very like toonrific kind of show. The Super Mario, the Super Show. I mean, they had very toonish characters. They went on adventures based on public domain stories and like current movies sometimes. Well, classic movies, I should say. Only the classics are allowed to be referenced in tunes.
But the problem is they are missing a big bulbous pink nose.
Well, they do have pie cut out like eyeball.
They're halfway there.
So they pay respect to the toon roots.
My mic has
Ryan,
been
your mic has been peaking so much. Ryan's got a new microphone this episode. Ryan, can you get a Tommy voice? Test your new microphone for us. Give us a. We can hear it pretty well. Maybe it's your OBS.
It might be my OBS. It was working fine.
Yeah, no, you sound good on my end.
Great. Now I'm gonna be thinking about this all day.
Orion figures that out. I mean, are there any other like fantastic DC Sonic crossover role swaps?
What's Zavik doing?
Come to mind? He would be one of those like cosmic
Green Lantern
characters, I feel.
Yeah, no, I'm like, he's got to be like Sinestro. He's got to be like a Green Lantern. Like
Google Pixel 9.
They don't fuck with shit on Earth. Like the Green Lanterns don't like fuck shit up on Earth. But like when you go out into DC space, there's like the Deadly Six are like the Green Lanterns.
You think so?
I don't think that's what they'll do, but that's what
evil,
I would
though.
do. No, but there's evil Green Lanterns. There's like 100 types of. He'd be a Red Lantern, first of all. There's just like 1,000 types of fucking lanterns. There's so much out there. There's blue.
Okay.
There's green. There's white. There's yellow.
I see. They
There's
could be
black
the
lanterns.
deadly yellow.
Get them
The deadly
fried.
yellows.
I think Mephiles could be Ra's al Ghul. He'll be like telling Shadow, "Come, Shadow, kill yourself and go into the pit."
Okay.
We're just
I can
naming
see it.
Sonic characters and then DC characters.
Okay,
This is great.
I mean, that's the
Wait,
that's the
no,
name
hold
of the
on,
game.
hold on. No. Rouge is not Catwoman. Rouge is Harley Quinn.
You think so?
Much more popular, much more marketable. Both are exceedingly popular.
One's
within
in
their demographic.
multiverses. I changed something.
One's
I
in
hope that
multiverses.
fixed my mic, by the way. I don't know. It was
It
fine.
might be it might be a
It's
noise
Green
reduction
Ivy, man.
issue. Because it does sound fine to us in Discord. I
Okay.
remember your old
No,
mic
I-
genuinely was like broken.
No, because I did an OBS test the other night and it was fine. I don't know if I changed something. I don't know. I made another adjustment to see if it fixed anything.
Okay. They'll let us know if our show is unlistenable garbage. Don't worry. Amy would be Bat Family Harley because she has the hammer. No, Amy
Ooh,
would be like
Amy would
Renegade,
be
like
Harley Quinn.
yeah, because
Sounds
Harley
clear now,
Quinn
thank
is
God.
definitely
You're so right.
they're more prone to splitting Harley off and divorcing her from Joker in new media. I
Oh
think
my
Amy
God.
would be Harley Quinn.
Dude, Amy Rose in the Harley Quinn outfit. Oh my God, that'd be so hard in the Sonic Runners mobile game.
Yeah. Amy like Twin Tails color coded. I think that's.
And
I
who would
think
be
that is
the
the thing.
Poison Ivy?
Amy would be Spider Amy. Okay.
I'm putting that.
They're
Who
both
would
white
be,
girl
like,
characters.
Poison-
That's also a good point.
Who would be like the Poison Ivy?
Poison
Sticks
Ivy,
the
that's a-
Badger. I don't know.
The plant girl from Sonic X
Cosmo?
could be Poison Ivy.
Well, okay.
Yeah, she's a
Amy,
plant.
okay, hold on. Amy's age is like ambiguous. She could be like an adult to be Harley Quinn now. Cosmo's like 3. Like definitely like 3. Because she's Tails' like love
She says,
interest.
"Oh, this Tails." Yeah.
And Tails is
You
like
can
3.
make, you can make a child like Poison Ivy.
No,
Well,
I thought I could have fucking sworn they did that. That's like a thing in like,
Oh,
Suicide Squad,
Yeah,
the
okay, hold
Suicide
on.
Squad game.
Yeah,
they
hold
did
on.
that.
She could be Baby and Poison Ivy from the Suicide Squad game.
Yeah, you can take liberties with it.
But we can't have our Yuri now. It's been ruined.
No. You
Yuri-
could have like Sticks Badger be the one that died.
Sticks
Poison Ivy
died.
died.
Sticks the Badger as Poison Ivy died and became Baby Cosmo from Sonic X.
That's
It makes perfect
that's something.
sense. It makes perfect sense.
And who's Chris
Really
Thorndyke
think
get to
about
be?
He gets
listen,
to be
if we're
one of the
calling
previous
Sonic
Robins.
Superman,
He gets to be
No,
one
I
of the
was
Robins. What?
I was gonna say if we're making Sonic like the Superman, then of course, he's the Chris Thorndyke is like the Daily Bugle Boy.
Jimmy Olsen.
Yes.
Oh, that's actually kind of clean. If Chris Thorndyke was a character that mattered to anyone anymore, that's what you would make him.
Do
I
people
guess they
want
could
Chris
do that with-
Thorndyke back? Are there like Sonic fans that like are like, man, when will they bring back the Sonic X
I
characters?
think people like to pretend to defend Chris Thorndyke because they like Sonic X, but if you ask them if they seriously wanted him back, they'd be like, "Oh well, he just he doesn't fit the he doesn't fit the current universe and all that. It's fine,
There was a recent Sonic fan project that used Chris Thorndike, and I remember a lot of people hated that.
Oh, with Sonic Omens?
Yeah. That was
Well,
weird
here's the
for
thing,
multiple reasons.
That's because they like have him rapidly age and die.
Yeah,
What?
there was a lot wrong. There was a lot wrong with that game. We can't
That's
get into all of it.
awesome.
Wait, hold on. Hear me out. And then Donut Lord is Superman's dad who tells him not to go into the tornado.
Yes.
Oh my
yes!
god.
Yes, you can
What
literally,
the-
I can literally imagine that scene happening. Like, just I can picture that fully in like Sonic Movie 4. Like that's how Donut Lord dies. That's how they get him out of the picture. This is a tornado, and he's like, "No, son, do not save me, my son, Sonic."
Since we mentioned him, I do think Tails could actually be a Jimmy Olsen type, especially like 2010s era Tails, where he would stand in the background with his iPad. I think that's a very Jimmy Olsen type Tails to play into. But he's gonna be like, "Oh, I could still be the hero though," and then he jumps in with his camera. He'd have a yellow digital camera that looks like his iPad. In the
Okay,
game.
that's pretty good.
I think that's what you would do with Tails.
And then the regular Teen Titans Go will just be there too.
The regular Teen Titans, all of them, yeah.
It's Sonic, you bastard!
Titans, it's Sonic!
Okay.
Yo, that
Rouge is
cracking.
This has been a pretty fruitful listing characters bit we've had
We
here.
did pretty good. We did pretty damn good.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Like, let's all like take a bow right now.
You hate this show.
I love our little show that we do that people watch. Oh,
Well, speaking,
who's classic Sonic? We can't get into that, I guess.
we can't. We just stop it right now.
Classic
Yeah.
Sonic is Robin.
Sure.
Doesn't need a reason. That's just what it is.
That'll be his costume in Sonic Runners on your phone. Speaking of crossovers involving WB characters and the Teen Titans Go, actually.
Oh,
Anyone here a
man.
fan of the Lunatics?
Me, I am.
The Lunatics?
I really
You're
like
not.
that show.
No, you're not.
I really liked that show as a kid because I was stupid.
Canadian. I'm never gonna feel bad making fun of Canadians. You're always saying crap like this. Like, oh, this was low.
I haven't seen it as an adult. I don't know. I might watch it as an adult, but as a child, I was like, it worked on me. I was like, oh my god, it's cool, Bugs Bunny, and he's got guns. Oh my god, this is awesome.
That's because y'all didn't have like freaking.
I was like 7.
He didn't have like Billy and Mandy and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't have any good cartoons, so like I was sitting here watching fucking the Moose
ADR
Show. What the hell is the Moose Show called?
Moose Show?
No,
Not Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yakety Jack?
Yakety Yak. Yeah, Yakety Yak.
Yakety Yak.
I remember watching Yakety Yak, watching all this other stuff. So I come along, I get to watch the Lunatics Unleashed. I remember only one episode, and it was just the plot of Gremlins.
Oh, that's one of the ones we watched for Looney Duels.
Well, that's the only episode I remember, and I think there was a time loop episode. I do not remember anything else about this show other than being 7 years old, and it would come on Teletoon, and I'd be like, I think that's Bugs Bunny.
No,
I didn't even explain why we're talking about the Lunatics.
Rad Rabbit. Oh yeah. We've established that we like the Lunatics. So what's new with the Lunatics?
So the Lunatics are returning in a Teen Titans Go crossover.
They have to be stopped. Someone has to stop Teen Titans Go. We need to pull it off the air. They're losing. They're losing it. They're reaching 400 episodes soon.
They are.
And they're
That's when a show gets good.
They're starting to push it. They're really starting to push it now. Like, I think they know that they're invincible a little bit. So it's like, whatever. Let's bring back the freaking Lunatics.
Yeah, I mean, they've done a lot of. They did like Freakazoid, and that was already kind of an obscure pull for like a modern day cartoon. Lunatics is like, all right, Cartoon Network will just say yes to anything these guys ask for at this point. They're like the only thing keeping our network alive. If they want those stupid ass Lunatics, then sure, let them have them.
I mean, maybe this is like the dangerous moment, like when fascism begins to rise. Like, we have to push back against this. You know, there needs to be a line somewhere. We can't just sit by and let Teen Titans Go bring back the Lunatics. We can't let them unleash them.
See, I don't get what's so wrong with the Lunatics. See, everyone acts like they're the worst, craziest thing ever. I don't get it.
That is such an indictment on your soul and spirit as a person. That you said you don't understand what's wrong with the Lunatics.
But you're talking about it like it's like it killed your dog, and I'm like, come on.
Well,
It's
you don't
just
know
so
they did.
lame.
It's the Looney Tunes.
It's one of the
But they're-
lamest. It's as
What
lame
about
as
like
Crypto is
Lunatics?
Superdog.
What was the like Wii game? There was like a Wii game.
Acme
Don't
Arsenal?
even talk to me like that.
No,
Oh, they had a Wii
no,
game.
Acme
So it must be
Arsenal.
good.
Yeah. Where's the picture
Of like
of,
Bugs and Daffy and all them?
Foghorn Leghorn?
Oh, the
There's
gun?
Foghorn Leghorn with like the machine gun.
Yes.
He's got like a fucking like mini gun.
I found it. I put it on screen.
Yeah.
They were just giving characters guns back then. And I think we need to bring it back. I think we need to bring back giving
Xander,
cartoon
I'm gonna
characters
break
just
your
guns.
heart. I'm gonna break your heart. I've watched Lunatics like the past month. They don't have guns.
Well, they look like they have guns.
They have
They
quantum.
look like they have guns.
They have quantum quack. I can tell you that.
They do have Quantum Quack. So the thing of the Lunatics, it was Warner Brothers' attempt. For anyone who doesn't know, somehow, well, I mean, there's a good chance someone here hasn't heard of Lunatics. It was Warner Brothers' attempts to connect the Looney Tunes to the rise of action cartoons in the 2000s, to sort of slot them in with like all the like the DC cartoons and like Static Shock and stuff. So it wasn't a literal Looney. It wasn't like Bugs Bunny. They made like new original.
Yes, they're great.
Looney
Like,
Tunes inspired
they're the descendants.
characters. The Descendants. So
I
this
should
is
know.
like in the future. That's such a weird. Who do they descend with? Like, are they cousins?
It's awesome.
Because there's a Bugs and a Lola. Are they
Yeah.
related in the show?
I don't know. This whole thing's like weird because like, are the Looney Tunes considered like legendary heroes in this world? They don't really ever explain that. Like, it was like, oh, my great uncle Bugs, my great grandpa Bugs would run around the forest and torment a bald short man.
I think there is a lot of like, you can tell there was a lot behind the scenes that was like changing throughout the development of this show.
Because it was supposed to look edgier at some point. You could find like the early concept art for the show, and they were like a lot pointier, a lot edgier looking. And then they changed it because they got backlash like from parents early on or something.
Yeah, there was a kid. There's like a famous interview, I think, with a kid who they were like focus testing the edgy Bugs Bunny, and he said like, that looks like the evil Bugs Bunny.
See, they should have shown that to me. I would have been like, whoa, he's so cool. You should do this forever.
You think
More.
so? I don't know.
I
If
would have
you,
been like, more?
and then they would have released it in that state, and it would have been. You think it would have been better?
I think
What was your point?
I think it would have been better. I think this show needs to be as crazy and bad as it can be, because it's already bad. But people would like it so much more if it was
Just
worse.
lean in. Actually,
It's mediocre.
Maybe yeah, it is kind of like in between. Like they did try to soften it off a bit. Maybe if they were just like evil Bugs Bunny, like people look back on it like, this was so raw. Why can't we have this again? You know?
People want edgy versions of things they liked as a kid, but no one knows how to do it.
Sonic.exe.
Like Sonic.exe. No, literally, people want this, but corporations don't know how to give it to them.
Corporations
The
are
only-
afraid because they don't want to sully their own brand.
One of my
they're
favorite movies of all
cowardly.
time is Mario Brothers 93 because it's the scary Mario Brothers movie. We need more Mario 93s. We need more, like,
We need Mario Knights.
we need more taking an existing IP and instead of kidifying it or trying something new that's kind of sucks, we need to just make it like fucked up and scary. We need
Thoughts
to
on
be
the Banana
taking-
Splits movie?
Yes, literally, exactly. No, we need that's
You're a
exactly.
big fan.
I haven't seen it, but I saw the trailer and I said, this is Five Nights at Freddy's, but also that's a really funny thing to do with the Banana Splits. I can't sit here and be
Okay.
like, I wish they didn't do a Banana Splits movie where there's scary animatronics and like kill people gory. Like, why would I not want that? I want
I
that.
guess that's
I want
true.
that with every brand. But they don't know
the
how to
heck
do
is
it because I don't know what Mario Knights is.
Please continue, Xander.
Why I like Lunatics, why
Sorry.
I fondly remember Lunatics is because I miss when companies would just do weird shit with their IPs because they don't know what the fuck to do. And like the most recent example is like the Rick and Morty anime. Like people don't take like their IPs and do like weird shit anymore. And I want it back. I want more Lunatics. I want more Mario 93. I want more Banana Splits movie. I want all of it, and it needs to happen.
You are. This is the most passionately anyone's ever talked about Lunatics Unleashed ever. Just so you know.
No, I know, and I have to own that. That's the thing. I have to own it because I'm the only person who watches a video where someone goes like, "No one liked Lunatics Unleashed," and I go, well, I thought it was all right when I was 7. I thought it was funny. It was Bugs Bunny.
I liked it when I was 7. It's the highest praise you can give something.
That's the highest praise I can give Lunatic. That's the highest praise anyone's given Lunatics Unleashed. When I was too young to know better, I thought, yeah, all right.
I liked it when I was 7. Just put it like on the box set.
Yeah.
But even like Shadow the Hedgehog is like Shadow but with a gun. That was so cool when I was 7. We need to. That's what 7-year-olds want. 7-year-olds do not want whatever they're making for 7-year-olds right now. They want.
That's what you're gonna say. There's
Soy Jack Bluey.
We want Bluey. No, literally in like 5 years, 10 years, people are like, they should make a Bluey show where it's like this, it's Bluey grown up, but she smokes weed and like has sex and has like, but like deals with like drug problems and sex in the same way the original show dealt with like problems like I don't have my toy, or I like this would be generational if they made this. If this like make a Bluey episode about taxes.
Listen. Xander, they already had the episode about like the miscarriage that you remember.
They do have the miscarriage episode.
No,
yes, they did. There's a Bluey. No, I laughed so hard. I felt so bad.
A Bluey clip.
There's a Bluey episode where Chili's like sister is like really sad because she can't have kids, and the whole episode I thought she was a lesbian and that's why she couldn't have kids. And then there's like a shot where like she's like hugging Bingo, and then Bingo runs away and she holds her hands out, and like it suddenly realized she's barren. She's not a lesbian. She can't have children. And I laughed so fucking hard.
Why did you laugh at that?
Because I thought she was a lesbian.
That's not a good.
I was like, oh, this is the lesbian episode, and then it's the miscarriage barren womb episode.
That's so funny to watch something like a woman being really sad, like, oh, I just can't have them. I wish I could. And it's like, oh, she must be a lesbian. Lesbians don't have children.
they
yeah, Cephas right. Ignore the fact I have 3.
No, if you watch this episode, I thought that's what it was. I thought it was the lesbian episode because that's what cartoons do. Like it's like, oh.
I don't know if that's the kind of lesbian story you tell these days, though. I think these days you would just show 2 moms, and not be so like coy about it and like depressed about it.
Yeah, Bluey the baby show had like a really like real and depressing like lesbian loneliness like isolation episode.
Right? Yeah, isn't it like sad that I'm a lesbian? I hate being a lesbian. It's like the most depressing part of my life.
I don't know what Australians do. It's an Australian show. I'm like, maybe this is what lesbianism is.
I mean, we know like a couple of Australians who can ask.
Australians in the audience, are your lesbians really lonely?
Hey, Kelsey, are lesbians really lonely?
I think lesbians are lonely everywhere. I think that's just like, I mean, there's a.
Okay,
I think that's just like.
Yes, but like in the context of it being a Bluey episode, like why would Bluey do this?
Right? Why is that? That's gonna be some children's introduction to what being a lesbian even is.
Look, I can't. Look, I was like
being a lesbian is when you're really sad.
I was at a friend's house. We had smoked a little bit of weed. I won't lie. So I'm watching Bluey. And I'm like, this is the lesbian episode. I'm sorry. I thought it was the lesbian episode, but it was the barren womb episode.
I like this.
And then you laughed out loud with no explanation.
I love this chat comment. My Bluey experience with loneliness.
Look, now that I'm saying it out loud, I realize how weird it. But you have to remember, this is just a thing I did in my brain. A thing I really thought about. It was just like, oh, I laughed at the miscarriage moments in Bluey because I was like, because like the actual miscarriage moment is like ridiculous. I forget what happens, but like they're talking about it. And I thought it was like a fan theory. Like Bluey is a miscarriage, like some kind of shit.
No, you were talking about Bluey's mom.
Yeah, they're talking about to Bluey's mom, and I forget what it was. I forget.
There's like a scene.
Happens.
No, I know what you're talking. There's like a scene,
but it like cuts back to their horrified faces and like a balloon pops.
No, yeah, that's what happens. Like they're playing pregnant. They're playing like pregnant, and
they're
like
playing pregnant. Yeah,
and like Chili, the mom, like puts her hand over her mouth when like the balloon pops or something.
Something happens.
She's sensitive to the concept of that.
She was just dedicated to the role.
Hey, I think we're forgetting to talk about the star of this here topic. Me, Ace Bunny.
Fuck you, Ace Bunny. Go die.
Do you think the Teen Titans Go episode will be really nice to hit the Lunatics and like be like really?
Maybe it's about them celebrating that they found a superhero team more derided than they are.
That'd be really fun. Yeah, I hope we like learn. I hope this episode like reveals the Lunatics fandom, and they're all like really mad at like how mean it is to like the Lunatics. Like, no, come on, guys, no, they were awesome.
I guess if there is one, we're gonna find out. I guess that's a good point.
Sando will be the one who watches it and says that.
I'll watch it. I will watch it. I will watch more I will report back with my adult thoughts on Lunatics Unleashed. I will watch Lunatics Unleashed. I will ruin the magic for myself.
There's no way Teen Titans Go is going to do a Lunatics episode. It's not going to be so mean to Lunatics. You need to be ready for that.
It has to be.
Yeah.
They're going to be so cruel.
I want them to be mean. I'm the first person who's ever defended Lunatics Unleashed, and I want them to be like, this show sucks, because that would be funny.
We need like a Quagmire, Brian Griffin style like beat down.
You know what your problem is, Ace?
I think Beast Boy should do it in his voice.
Yeah.
You know what's your problem. How do you speak like that? How
You
does a
knows
white
what
boy...
your problems is, mama.
He's such a white boy.
Yeah.
Because you can't show me this. You can't show me this.
You can't laugh at this. You can't. You lost the right. We're allowed to laugh. You're the only person here who's not allowed to laugh at this right now. Because you've spent your coins. You've spent your miscarriage.
They can't even see the thumbnail.
Everyone's laughed at loss. Everyone has laughed at. I'm not gonna go into it, but like I'll if I have to justify, I do have some family like I've been around miscarriages. I can claim some amount of I've experienced this. This is like coping or some shit. I don't know.
Happened to someone else.
So you're saying you caused some? You're saying you caused miscarriages?
No, everywhere I go. No, I'm literally maternity wards. They're like, if I go in here, it's
No, oh my god, Xander, you're like a yokai in Yokai Watch, like Nathan Whisper, or like in the hospital. And they're like,
no, wait, no, what? No, we're not.
No, I got my
We
whole
have
episode.
no stake to be saying this.
No, like Nathan Whisper at the hospital, and Whisper's like, Master Nate, there seems to be a lot of miscarriages happening today. And then it's like, I wonder if it's a yokai. Whisper's like, there's no miscarriage yokai. What? And then it's Xander, the C rank of the Shady Tribe.
This is where my line is.
It's called I guess Mr. Carriage.
No, stop it. I don't know why this is where I feel like we don't know what we're talking about right now.
We're talking about how they should make Bluey, but she has to deal with weed and drugs and taxes and sex.
Well, Xander, if Robot Chicken is still airing in 10 years, I'm gonna give it your wish.
It will. That show's never gonna stop airing, and like no one you'll know will be watching it, but it'll still be airing.
All right.
Any final thoughts on the Lunatics crossover?
I want art of my persona as a lunatic. That's my final thought.
I wonder
Alright.
I wonder who's gonna get a miscarriage in that episode.
There's not a lot of options. I mean, it has to be Babe Bunny or whatever.
Oh, it's just like gonna be a reference to Space Jam 2, where Lois like your child.
Your son?
Xander, you laughed a little too hard at that. After all that has been said and done.
I'm laughing because I can't believe I actually derailed the entire podcast to talk about miscarriage.
Was this one of your scripted bits?
This
that you
was
had
not one of my scripted bits. This is off.
You're like, oh, I'm
script.
so excited to be on this show again. I have so many like bits that I've like written down.
My scripted bits are like the phone thing I did. I got like written down what I want to talk about when we go like, hey, here's what have we watched this week? Like I got stuff like that written down. I did not write down talk about the Bluey miscarriage episode. I didn't write that one down.
How many topics do we have left?
2. We only have 2 topics left.
Can we skip one of them or go really?
Oh, okay, hold on.
I'm scared of this show.
We can do this one won't be too long. This will mostly be like Rosa talking mostly, but
Don't worry, it won't be too long.
Okay, sure. They've announced they have officially announced an anime based off the manga City by the creator of Nichijou.
Happy Halloween.
You anything to say about it, Rosa? You excited? You jumping up and down?
Yes. Yeah, even though I thought City was pretty okay, wasn't like the best of like the pieces. It still is just very exciting to see another one of KG's Arrows work get adapted into animation. And I'm very excited to see how it looks in movement because the art they showed up, apparently it follows very closely to like his current art style.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exciting. And I'm very fan to see how they go about like animating each segment, each chapter, and how they flow through. So it's just very exciting. There's a lot of bits I can't wait to see get animated. The thing about this one is that like 2 of the main characters, Nagomo and Nikura, they have something freaky going on.
Okay.
I just like you'll know what I mean the moment like everyone starts like retweeting like clips from the anime where like what did he mean like by this, and it's like Nagomo like getting into a vulnerable position going yep for Nikuro to take a picture of her.
Well, keep your eyes peeled for that, everyone.
There's a bit of Yuri in here. Be excited, I guess.
It's really weird. It's so weird as Yuri it's so freaky as Yuri going on.
I wanted to say one of the main gags of like Nichijou, I would say, like just in an existence, is
you
that
can't just post that one.
don't even worry about it. It's like Nichijou the anime had like a humongous budget. Was part of the joke. Is like it had a huge budget. It had like incredibly over the top, like beautiful animation in every segment it did. And Nichijou the show did very bad when it first aired. It didn't do very good. So I don't know if they're gonna try to do the same thing this time, where like they incredibly like over the top, like make everything like super like high budget looking and super nice looking. I hope they do. They should do that again.
It's the same studio, right?
It's the same studio, yes.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna go the Mob Psycho route and like use like how simple it is to like allow for it to be more animated and expressive.
Yeah, I mean, I was still like good because like the studio that does it always does like very good stuff. I just don't know if it'll be on the exact level of Nichijou. They spent like $1 million on this one CGI shot that also used like official like NFL music or something. It was like $1 million like 6-second shot in an anime.
Right.
They should. It'd be fun to do it again. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I like Nichijou. I have not read a ton of City, so at this point, maybe I'll just wait and watch the show. I know that's a bad thing to do, but I'm terrible at reading, like focusing at reading.
You could, if you ever visit my place, you could always read from like my library. Library.
You can finally be the first like transgender woman to read to an old lady instead of a kid, like they're always complaining about. Remember on Twitter there was like,
Yeah.
Why are you reading towards kids and not old people?
you can finally read towards an adult.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fulfill
But yeah,
your right.
it's very exciting. I can't wait for people to like again be able to talk about how freaking the Goma and Nichijou are about each other, and how Wako is just sitting there in the Bluey cuck chair.
In the Bluey cuck chair. This is some great
Blue
words.
cuck chair. That's not
Yeah,
that
the blue
surprising.
cuck-
Those are some pretty normal words. For
She
today, I gotta
loves
say.
she loves the freaking Bluey cuck chair joke. I don't know what it means still.
You don't?
Oh, you know?
I get so surprised whenever like Ryan doesn't understand what Rosa says, because you two you're supposed to be pretty close, right?
I know, like she does so much that sometimes like one of the things will slip through the cracks. She mentions the Bluey cuck chair a lot. Make no mistake here, but I don't always remember what the origin of the Bluey cuck chair was.
Okay, so Bluey cuck chair is like some made up story from like the Australian equivalent of The Onion that Americans took seriously, where they said like an animator on Bluey put in the Bluey cuck chair as a joke and then got fired.
Put in
So
the
I'm
Bluey
always-
cuck chair.
Yeah, so I'm always referencing that. It's like completely untrue.
But you're always
Unlike the
But, like, it's
miscarriage episodes
Which are
Yeah,
real
like the miscarriage.
and multiple.
and multiple.
Oh, of course, of course.
Maybe it's like an
So I
ARG.
just like to reference that a lot.
Sorry, go on.
yeah, no.
But yeah, Wako's a really good character. I can't wait for everyone to like witness like see like every city character, and like there's like a bunch of city characters. I wonder how the voice cast is gonna look like, because cities kind of the thing about city is so like it kind of just like increase the amount of like side characters or like
It's formatted a
groups of
bit.
characters.
It's formatted a bit like Nichijou, where there's 3 main characters, but like you also like will spin off into like multiple other side characters. But I think City generally has like a lot more side characters. Is the vibe.
Cities kind of the thing about cities kind of just like wants it's just like playing true to its name, where it's about like the town and city.
Mm.
And I guess that's like also like one of my issues with like City was like a lot of those characters are like better as like supporting characters than like I don't know, like main characters. But either way, I think still City is very strong with like the main cast, like like Nagomo, Nikura, and Wako, who are like some weird, have something weird going on, something freaky going on.
It's formatted like a real tune.
But there's also like I remember there's some.
Sorry.
It is. Oh my god, it's so gacky. I can't wait for people to watch this and then realize, like, oh my gosh, those are the Nichijou characters when the series ends.
Oh yeah, the Nichijou characters do appear in this near the end.
Only about 3 of them do. 2 of the main ones, and Yuko's mother is like the main character. It's one of the main characters.
And tasteful legacy cameos.
This show's kind of a Milo Murphy to Phineas and Ferb.
Oh yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Seep,
No, yeah, that's a good way to say it.
Seep, your voice like peaks up when I said it's like Milo Murphy. Like you actually sounded like a happy, like really happy about that.
Well, I'm not sitting here watching the world turn, and I'd rather spin it.
But any
Never
more,
boring, even for a minute.
any more thoughts on City, Rosa? You looking forward to it?
I definitely can't wait to see like that fox scene get animated.
Another one.
I just want to see everyone's reaction. Actually, I feel like there's just a lot of bits and like I can't wait to see people reaction, because there is like some insane freaky ass shit going on with like the main characters.
Okay.
All right. We have one more news topic here. Seep suggested this one, so that's why we're talking about it. Our final. The Switch 2 probably got leaked. We're gonna tell you what I got.
I don't buy it.
You don't buy it?
You don't buy it? You're the
I
one
don't believe
person.
it.
You're the one person on the internet.
No, I don't. I mean, I want to hear why people think it's real.
I think it's just
Okay.
Because I don't.
Well, we could explain the story behind it a little bit then.
yeah.
For anyone who hasn't heard of it.
It's actually kind of a complex story, because there was like fake stuff thrown into the like the seemingly real stuff. you remember like when like the Smash 4 like the roster leaked and there was fake stuff among the real stuff. It was kind of like that. There's been some stuff that's got leaked alongside this wasn't real. The CGI Maya pictures like in the program Maya you've seen, those seem to be real. Everyone who like actually knows what they're talking about, and I'm not talking about like guys who make leak videos. I'm talking about like real guys who matter, like who know the industry. They're all talking about like, yeah, this is basically what I saw when I was shown it, like, or discussed about behind closed doors kind of situation. Okay. is what they're all saying.
Yeah. So basically, this was leaked from, I think it was like a Chinese manufacturer, like that's building the physical Switch 2 system.
Yes.
And so someone posted both a like 3D kind of like 3D scan, 3D model of what the system is that you can print out and get the exact shape of it. And they also showed a few images, just like the internals of it.
Yes.
And like the shell of the controllers. People are saying that one was pretty authentic too, like the picture of like the inside of it, right?
Yeah, that one appears to be real too.
Okay. Yeah.
The one where it's like the internals, I think, is like the one that is like 100% definitely something is what I've heard.
Okay. Yeah, because that one has like, it's very intricately designed, and each part of it has like a function.
Yeah. Basically, it's like we're talking about like trying to like prove why it's what you expect it was gonna be. It's a slightly bigger, more powerful Switch. It's like we're talking about like, oh, here's why it's real. It's like, well, yeah, it's real because it's a more powerful Switch. That's what it was always gonna be, probably. There's no doohickey. They had to like design games around for the first year, and then everyone gets bored of. But like the second year,
right? Yeah, I think just mostly it's just been very heavily corroborated between people who have had insider information. Like I think there was this one person who like already had 3D scans of it. And has like a 3D printed version of it. It's already
slightly bigger than the regular Switch, is what it is. It's like about, I think the Switch we have right now is 6 inches, and this one is about 8 inches in height. I think.
It's pretty.
Something funny.
What?
I just laughed. Yeah, I laughed.
Okay, just
sure.
Yeah. Making sure.
It honestly does, when you see them side by side, because there's been some comparisons, it seems pretty big. Like the original Switch, I mean, I guess the biggest complaint would be the controller size specifically, but like the screen itself, I feel like it's a pretty decently large machine for a handheld. So this one's gonna be even bigger. I don't know. I guess that'll be a little more ergonomic for the controller side of it.
Guys, I'm frozen.
What?
She was frozen today.
I was frozen today.
I was frozen today.
I'm glad
I actually winced in real life.
I'm glad we were both kids who grew up watching Nostalgia Critic.
Yay!
I'm frozen. You gotta put me on fire. Quick, please.
Oh, okay. Just reshooting my flamethrower.
It's pretty cool. You have a flamethrower?
I would say it's pretty decently larger. Like, it's very noticeable. Like, I think even just looking at it, you'd be like, oh, that's big. That's like bigger than what we're used to.
Yeah, that's big.
Oh, and this also has, this was something that leaked a while ago. And this kind of like doubles down on it. Like, there's like a new way the controller connects.
It's magnetic,
to
yes.
the system. It's got like, it's like a magnetic suction where it like locks in, and it also has like magnets or something.
I think the main important thing people want to know, because this is always something people are concerned about the Switch right now. The Switch 2 has about the power of a PS4 Pro when it's docked, is what people are saying.
Yeah, which is pretty good, because that's a system that developers still make games for.
I mean, like, nobody's really making PS5 games right now. So, like, Switch 2 is probably gonna be able to get cross-gen games pretty easily now, because like we said, barely anyone's making next-gen games right now still.
Right. So it'll be. I imagine it'll feel a little less behind than the Switch did when it released.
How are we gonna make any more tweets about
a lot.
How are we gonna make any more tweets about but it's portable though? When it's actually like functions. We're all gonna try on our Switch copies of like Crash 5, like, oh man, it's running perfectly with no like downsides. What are we gonna do?
Right. Yeah. I think it shows how kind of stagnant video games have been lately.
Well, because the PS4 to PS5 jump isn't even that big in the first place either. And like on top of that, it's like nobody's making games for it because like nobody wants to make PS5 and like Xbox, whatever it is, like exclusives.
I think hopefully this will make it so that it's just a lot easier for the Switch to be included in cross-gen stuff. Because maybe for like a moment it was getting included in stuff. Like when it first came out, but as time has come on, it's really like, it seems like it's really been an issue getting Switch games, that are like multi-platform.
Right, then nobody wants to do it anymore.
The Steam Deck killed that. The Steam Deck just did like, oh, it's a portable one. We'll just put it on Steam. We don't need to make.
Yeah,
that is true. That's a good point.
But now I think once the Switch because the Switch by itself is more popular than the Steam Deck. So like when the successor of the Switch comes out and they can run these games, I think the tides will turn a bit again. Like people are like, all right, let's make these games for our damn Nintendos.
The feud will continue. Yeah, there's been a little bit of controversy over, I think certain people on Twitter, certain dudes on Twitter have been a little less than satisfied with the concept of Nintendo making like another Switch that is just basically a better version of the last thing they released. Honestly, I don't understand people who say that.
Okay, here's the thing, and I'm saying this as a huge Nintendo fan. There has not been a Nintendo console gimmick that lasted the whole console cycle since the DS. Every single Nintendo console gimmick they give up on a year or two in because nobody wants to deal with it, and if it still gets used, it gets used in a very forced way. Like, you know, Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii. They're like, oh, you gotta shake the Wii remote to roll, and nobody liked it. And then every port going forward to that game gets rid of the waggling. And then when they made Tropical Freeze, the gamepad just goes black. But like you play it, like, there's nothing on the gamepad that didn't want to deal with it.
That was 2 years after the Wii U came out. That was like within 2 years of its release.
Everyone who
remembers like the only real Wii U game too. That's like the Wii U game.
And like any like Nintendo console gimmick you remember being so full and epic. You remember a game from the first year using it. You don't remember anything after because no one wants to deal with it. It's an extra cost nobody wants to deal with. The DS dual screen was like the only like very natural like thing, really. Like the touchscreen and the dual screen, people kept using. They kept finding new ways to use that. Nobody wanted to use that damn gamepad like a year after it came out. By the time like Kirby Return to Dreamland came out, nobody wanted to use the Wii remote anymore.
Yeah, and then like the 3DS depth slider, like eventually games just stopped using 3D. Like literally,
that's so funny. I love that.
Play like games you could play in a practical and convenient way.
Right, and the Switch is like, I don't think there's probably been a couple, but there really have not. I can't really think of any major Switch releases that would be like you can only play in docked mode. You know. Like it's such a constant selling point of the Switch.
Ring Fit is kind of the only one. You could technically use it portable, but like that is very much a game you want to play docked. But like even then, you can still technically use that portable. It just won't be like
I have. I've done it before.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little less like you can do it still. Yeah, but everything else
it's
like
not fun. It's not fun. Staring at a little thing on your desk, like trying to look at it. It's not fun.
I almost feel like people want Nintendo to do something a little more out there just for the sake of it, just for
Right.
like the sake of tradition or
No,
something.
I agree. I think people get really stuck on like, oh, Nintendo's supposed to be the quirky one. They're supposed to be outside the box. We're supposed to change the game. It's like, all right, calm down.
Sometimes you just got to look at when you have something that works and just like stick to it. You know, there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. You're only benefiting the consumer. You're going to be happy when you're playing on your Switch 2 and Mario Odyssey 2 runs at a crisp like 60 FPS and like you can render objects far off in the distance.
Right. And the trees
and all kinds of stuff.
and the trees don't pop in the Wooden Kingdom. You won't even be thinking about like the potential Nintendo doohickey you could have gotten. You would think like, oh,
Right, like,
the trees aren't popping in.
Oh man,
I
I
was using the IR sensor.
I really wish I was controlling Mario's tongue right now. You know, you're not gonna be thinking that.
I'm going to be thinking that now. I'm going to be thinking, I wish they put a little thing on the controller I could lick to control Mario's tongue. Think about the WarioWare minigame potential.
Now, there is one of the features, I think probably the most notable new feature of the leaked kind of images we've gotten. There is a secondary USB-C
Yes.
port on the top of the Switch that people are speculating could be used for additional peripherals on the system.
I've also heard the discussion that since a lot of headphones have USB jacks now, it's probably partially for that also.
Okay, right. I've also heard like, you know, hopefully like you can charge through that too.
Right, yeah, like you can
just
do
for a more-
you can do more than once.
Uh-huh.
See,
Do
here's
more
my
ergonomic
thing.
charging
Here's my
system.
thing.
Oh,
That's part of why
yeah.
I don't think it's real. Because I don't think Nintendo's nice enough to put 2 USB-Cs on it. I don't think they do that. I don't think. No, you
like the
got one
Switch or the dock.
on the Switch. It's on the Switch 2 units, like on the
Right.
top. I look at that and I'm like, they wouldn't do that. 2, you know how easy it's going to be to hack it if you got 2 you can go in from? They don't. I don't think they can do that. I think they're like, fuck.
No, it's
We're not
okay.
giving them 2 ways
the
in.
top USB will be like special USB
Oh, it'll be like
Nintendo
Yeah, it's-
to Nintendo USB on the top only.
a Nintendo Apple exclusive port.
Like, we detect a third-party peripheral being used here. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's already
If they
kind of
did
how
that-
the Switch does it. Just like the Switch is still USB-C, but it's definitely like this is a Nintendo USB-C. But you can still plug whatever into it and it works. But it doesn't like it. It doesn't want you to do that.
I'll do it.
You can
but I
do
won't
it.
like it.
You can do it, but I
Oh.
just maybe I'll brick.
That's right. The right Joy-Con has a new button. The Joy-Cons are pretty much the same except the different, like they're slightly differently shaped. But the right one has a second button over like the home button or the screenshot button. I don't remember which one's which. I've heard some speculation. The one I believe the most is that it's like this is supposed to have like a built-in microphone, and I believe the theory that's like the microphone button. I think that's like the simple answer there.
Okay. It looks identical to the capture button, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I kind of wondered if my like first assumption was that like maybe this is just so that if you're playing 2 players,
Mhm.
like either player can use the capture feature.
Right.
It could be something like that. I've also heard like, oh, there's gonna be like a camera extension. I've heard floatings of that. I could see Nintendo selling some kind of Arlo said that in his video.
Ooh.
There's gonna be
You know, I
Switch
want
2 camera features.
I want it to be a camera just for Arlo now.
Yeah.
I want him to get a
Just
win.
for Arlo.
They
we
did that on
gotta
the
let
PSP.
Arlo win. We gotta let Arlo win.
Invisimals sequel when
Invisible.
I
No way.
can't.
Nobody knows what you're
Yo,
talking
Invisible!
No, I know.
everybody knows what
Everyone.
Invisimals is.
about.
Everyone
You
went into
mean
Toys
me.
R Us and saw that and was like, oh man, I wish I could play Invisimals, but I have a Nintendo DS, not a PSP. And I come walking in and I'm like, I'm not buying that shit because I'm playing Kingdom Hearts on my PSP. Woohoo! Love my PSP, baby. Mwah. Kiss it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it right now.
You're
I got my PSP. Mwah.
You know my one like
That's gay.
obscure desire for the USB-C port on the Switch is
Yes.
Yeah.
they should make like some kind of dock that goes like sideways and you hold it vertically. And it has like extra buttons on it so that you're not blocking like the power button and stuff
Mhm.
or the volume button on there. so that you can play, I don't know, like DS games vertically.
Okay.
They
Cool.
did that. They made that. You can buy that for the
Is that-
Switch.
Is that a
And
real?
It's not
first
official.
party?
Not first party. No, if you want a first
So
party,
I think they're gonna
can't-
sell like that's what I mean. Like they're gonna sell like a first party version of that, and they're gonna sell it alongside. Maybe they'll make it look like a DS.
No, I got it. No, I've got it. You know, so they're magnetic, right? They're magnetic.
Yeah.
They're gonna just be able to hook up to the side, and they're gonna be like, "We'd like to switch things up." Like they're gonna say some kind of thing at the direct announcing it, and they're gonna be like, "You've switched from portable to handheld, but there's a new way to switch with the new Nintendo Switch system. Take a look at
Vertical.
this," and they're gonna show like a CGI Switch 2. Like we're gonna have seen it already, but they're good. This is like, you know, and they showed like him shaking the cup and there's ice in it. It's
Oh,
gonna,
yes.
The January
the
Direct.
the Joy-Cons are gonna come out. It's gonna turn sideways and make like a new noise, a new like iconic Switch noise. Yes,
It's like
exactly.
Like a swishing, like a
And then it's gonna
whoosh.
click, and it's gonna be the Nintendo Swish.
the Nintendo Switch.
Swish. Swish.
Oh, they should call the system the Nintendo
With a vertical
Swish.
display. New games are possible only from Nintendo.
You know,
Yes.
I
Now,
will- I will
take a look
say-
at this.
I will say on that note, it's very likely this is being called the Switch 2. And I've heard a lot of people say, like, that's such an uncreative name. But I want to say, if I made the Wii U, I'd also give every future console I made the most easy to understand, like, kind of name possible.
Yeah.
I would never risk it ever again. This is the second Switch. That's what it is.
I've also heard like they should call it the new Nintendo Switch, like the new 3DS. And like the new 3DS was not like a new console. It was like a slightly upgraded version
Mhm.
of the 3DS. They're not gonna sell a new system that plays a new
They're-
exclusive.
They're not going to
that.
risk anything whatsoever on the name after the Wii U ever again. This is going to be the Switch 2. The marketing is going to make it clear this is the second Switch. They're going to tiptoe this name.
Yeah. You like Nintendo head psychos. You don't realize that normal people don't like this stuff. When you have all these doohickeys that don't make no sense.
If your mom saw like the Super Switch, like if it was called that, like at Target, she'd be like, "What is that? Yeah, ew." But when she sees Switch 2, she'd be like,
I almost feel like they wouldn't make it look like a Switch in that case. See, here's my more conspiracy. I think it's gonna look like a Switch, but I feel like it looks too much like a Switch. Like you say that, and I literally imagine moms being like, "Well, you have that one. It looks the same. You already have one of
Should
these."
make
No,
it-
Billy, I know it's Billy. It says Switch 2, but you have this thing. You have this at home. They don't want that.
They should make it shaped like Mario's head.
Yeah, that would solve that issue. Oh, they should make it a big cube with screens on each side.
Because they've already got the Switch Lite. They've already got the Switch Lite and the Switch OLED. Call it the. I think they shouldn't call it the Switch to avoid that entirely. Switch is recognizable, but like, mom's gonna be like, "You have this one." So mom's gonna think this is like a Switch Lite.
You're out of your mind.
Here's a
I'm
thought.
right?
The dock's gonna look different.
Okay, you know the dock. You know, fair enough. You know,
Shaped
the
like
dock's
Mario's
gonna look
head.
different. The dock is gonna be shaped like Mario's head.
It'll be a big Mario head. You uncap his hat like a big popcorn bucket. And you switch in. I'm imagining trying to fit that into like anyone's home display system. This is giant
Adios,
plastic
looking at
Mario
you.
head. It's the
You like
size of like a
his
beach
nose.
ball.
You squeeze his nose to turn it on.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I wanted to
Tug on my
say,
mustache to change the volume.
Okay.
touch me.
weird thought. Nintendo is always like one generation behind, and like their games, like visuals reflect that. They don't look bad ever because Nintendo knows how to work with what they got.
That Nintendo magic. But all the third-party games look bad.
All the third-party games look like shit. No, not really. They look fine. It was a bit. It's a joke, everyone. But this is going to be like the first Nintendo console that is relatively like up to par with everyone else, like in a hot minute. It's like the GameCube.
Right.
This is the Mario games on this will look like Ratchet and Clank on the PS4 Pro. Would you like that's like a weird thought to like imagine like Mario looking like that? We're gonna be when they show like the 3D Mario for this for the first time. It's like beautiful lighting and like beautiful texture work. I'm like, where am I?
Yeah, this might be the first time in a while that like I've been impressed by Nintendo graphics, because like even the Switch, from Wii U to Switch, like it's a pretty comparable,
Right.
you know, degree of fidelity.
The only difference is that the Mario games have more art style to them.
Right.
It's a stupid way to put it, but you know what I mean.
So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun. And I feel like a lot of people have been kind of waiting for that, because it has been
Hotel.
What? Hotel?
You said
Hotel
has
Mario.
been, and then you paused. I
Oh,
saw an
whatever.
opening and I took it.
Whatever.
Hotel
paused.
Mario.
But like when you think about it, it's been 12 years since the most like significant jump in like Nintendo graphics, and that's significant because all their games are first party exclusives. So
Yeah, that's interesting. This will be the first.
the next mainline Kirby is going to be the most gorgeous thing ever. The next, imagine what the next Luigi's Mansion is going to look like.
The next level game is already making like you're gonna turn it on. It's gonna look better than the Mario movie. It's gonna be like, how did they do this?
Yeah.
No, I mean, like the Mario team, like the next Mario games will look like the freaking renders they always make. Mario's is gonna look like a freaking render from the cereal box, but in the games now.
Right. Yeah.
How
We're gonna see that gray hair. We're gonna see his single gray hair.
HAL Laboratories will make the most beautiful looking video game ever made. They
This
already
will be
did.
the roundest Kirby you've seen yet.
It'll be like squishing technology like you couldn't believe.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Next
You'll
level,
press the crouch button. He's going down and he's wiggling.
next level games
Oh, yeah.
is gonna like Pixar's gonna play and like Mr. Pixar's gonna play like shit. This looks better than our movies. How'd they do that?
Mario's gonna look like this.
I can't wait. This will be Switch 2 graphics.
I love
Yeah.
realistic Mario because
A
he looks
classic.
like he's got something to tell me. He looks like he's like seeing my struggles in life, and he's like, kid, I got some real advice that's gonna turn your world around.
Do you think Nintendo's gonna like flaunt the graphics?
I think if they're good enough, they will.
Yeah.
If they're good enough, they will.
I think that's interesting because I feel like they've never. It's been a while since.
No,
like,
since the GameCube was the last time ever they did anything like
The
that.
Wii, the Wii U, they flaunted it because it was HD.
That's right.
They were like, it's our first.
Yeah, they took so long to get the HD. They were allowed to flaunt it. Like, I do Mario Brothers U in HD. That's pretty cool. Look at the new Super Mario.
They didn't know. I think they've only just.
I just remembered they debuted their HD console with new Super Mario Brothers U. Great, good job. I wonder why the Wii U failed.
I literally do think Nintendo just like the gearheads know what this shit is, but like the marketing guys, like Reggie or whatever, is like it's an HD. That's the improvement. Like
Right.
that just makes it better.
I mean, we just had like the PS5 like Pro trailer where they get really like technical with the language. Like, and I just don't know. Do you think Nintendo will be that technical with it, or will it just be like,
no,
Brand new Nintendo Magic graphics.
yeah,
Will
they'll
it make a
do
new
that.
buzzword for it?
Yeah,
Nintendo doesn't know what like any of these words mean. They don't understand the technical side of it. They didn't know what an Xbox Live was. They don't know what like they had. That's why they get Nvidia to do the system, so they don't have to think about it. They're like, yeah, it's good, right? And Nvidia's like, yeah, no, it's got 18 teraflops, and they're like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what Terra shit is, but
As long as it has like toy
that's
features.
good.
they'll have like one of those like developer interviews where like the developer will mention like Mario's mustache hair in the new game. Like that's what they'll be doing. Like the new console lets us detail Mario's mustache more than ever. Here's like my thought real quick though. What do you think's gonna be like at the launch of this when it comes out? That's been a hot topic. I think everyone kind of mutually agrees there'll be a Mario thing at launch. Like there's been Mario Kart and Super Mario 3D games have both been like sleeping for a bit. Those seem like very logical, like early console like things. My gut tells me this is I think we're gonna get both year one. And my theory is Mario Kart will be the launch title, and they're gonna freaking update it the entire console cycle, like every few months. Like oh, here's some new tracks and Lemmy Koopa's in the game now, kind of situation. They'll do it yeah, they'll do it the whole console cycle, and then the 3D Mario will be like the holiday title again.
Okay. So you don't think it'll be at launch with Mario, the 3D Mario?
No, my theory is Mario Kart at launch because your grandma loves Mario Kart. Mario Kart is the most popular thing fucking ever. Your grandma's gonna see, oh, they got Poochie in this one. Well, I gotta buy a Switch 2 now. And then like Mario.
I wonder how Mario Kart vibes with the masses, because when I play Mario Kart, I always tell Aiden to die. It makes me want to kill Aiden every time. So I wonder how Grandma's faring in Mario Kart.
Grandma's play at 50cc with no drifting.
Grandmas know who Mario is from Mario Kart.
Yeah, no, you're not even wrong. Like Mario Kart, I've joked about this before, like the concept like iconicness, like in terms of like characters. Anyone in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is more iconic than your favorite character. Like Goomba, like Koopa Troopa, like is more popular than your favorite character ever. You have to accept that.
More popular than Toadette?
Well, she's in that game, so she's more popular than every other character.
Okay, then good.
You know what I hope happens? I've suddenly had like a brain blast of a new Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm.
So a thing that's happened with a couple of releases now, mostly Payday 3, is these games that have been updated like a lot over their lifetime get sequels and like immediately lose player base, because the player base is like, there's nothing to do in this new one, as opposed, so like, you know, this Mario Kart's going to have 16 new tracks, but how can that compare with the like 100 tracks in Mario Kart 8? Like I feel like that, I don't think that'll happen, but I'm just suddenly imagining this world where like Mario Kart 9 flops super hard and they have to port Mario Kart 8 to the Switch and keep updating it.
Oh man,
that could happen. That is not impossible. That is like completely within the realm of things that could happen.
That'd be really funny. Like back to the Mario Kart 8 mines.
Like literally, they could do literally if like Mario Kart 9 flopped for some reason, they could just put Mario Kart 8 Super Deluxe on the Switch and be like, we're gonna do another fucking booster course pass for the Mario Kart 8 Super Deluxe game. And just add stuff to that forever. That could happen.
Just add a story mode, then people will like it default. If you add a story mode to any like multiplayer game, it's good by default to most people.
Put mission mode in Mario Kart 9. Put mission mode in Mario Kart 9.
There we go.
No, that what I'm talking about disappears instantly. There will be a small group of people who are like, yeah, there's less tracks than Mario Kart 8 than the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe game for Nintendo Switch family of systems, but it's got mission mode. They finally brought mission mode back.
I also want to say that's how I feel about Splatoon 3. It has a good multiplayer mode. No, single player mode. I do not want to play the multiplayer. It makes me want to die.
Oh.
That's how I feel about Mario Party. Like I will say Mario Party is still one multiplayer game where you put a story mode. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm here to play this with friends. I don't want to play Mario Party against the computers.
I tried to play the Mario Party 3 single player. I considered streaming it, but like immediately they put you in a weird mode that I could not figure out.
No, Mario Party is just so like I want to play with my friends. I don't want to play with the computer.
I appreciate that Mario Party has tried a lot of times to be like, here's the single player mode. It's like, no, I want to play this with 5 friends. Bring back the 8-player from 7.
I was gonna say also on the topic of Smash, like the HD graphics, the beautiful new HD graphics of this console. We're talking about like how the games are gonna look. I was like gonna say, in the next Smash game, the lighting will still be broken.
But that's a Sakurai charm. See, that's the thing. Sakurai is just making whatever he wants to make. He doesn't care.
It's the charm. Is the soulful, charmful Sakurai lighting?
Yeah, exactly. No, that's why I respect Sakurai, because he's like, yeah, it's gonna make he gets to do whatever weird shit he wants on a game, and everyone just has to deal with it. Everyone just has to deal with it because Smash Brothers will make $1 billion for every video game company. Everyone wins.
Something I've been wondering recently. I'm wondering if we'll see something that has never happened before. Because I feel like the development cycles might be lining up if this Switch successor comes out like spring of next year.
Mm.
I'm wondering if we could get a Kirby game in the first year of a Nintendo console releasing.
That is true. That Kirby's always a latecomer to consoles usually, right?
Yeah,
like
I don't think there's ever been like a launch year I feel like the closest they got was Star Allies, but that released like
2018.
almost exactly a year after
Mm-hmm.
the system came out.
Dude, if they had Kirby and Mario in the first year, I'd like my like very basic white person Nintendo fan ass would be jumping up and down with excitement so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could also see them, just because of their track record, doing it like a dual release. Do you think they'll have any dual releases?
Metroid
Or do you think
Prime
they'll just go-
4.
Oh yeah.
I'm still
yeah.
a believer. I'm still a believer. What's gonna
Yeah.
happen is what specifically will happen is it will still technically be a Switch release, but they'll really, really market the fact that like, oh, it looks better on Switch too, and they'll make like a really big deal about that.
Okay.
Like they did with Breath of the Wild.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, Breath of the Wild on the Wii U.
I wish I got to see what they were cooking up. They took out stuff to make it work on Switch. I want to see the version of Breath of the Wild that's a Wii U game.
What do they?
I want to see
out?
that. I don't know, but they've said that. They've said that they had to take stuff.
There was like
out
a whole
with, like,
menu thing they made for the
there's
Wii
definitely
gamepad.
a bunch
yeah.
of stuff with that pad that they were like, we can't do the like. I bet you were going to be able
that's
to like
right.
take pictures with it and shit. But they had.
I've never thought about. I don't think I've genuinely never thought about how that's the reason Link has an iPad in that game.
Yeah,
Because it was a Wii U game. It's
they
the Wii U integration iPad that you look down at the screen and see what he sees.
it looks just enough like a Switch that your brain thinks it's a Switch.
they wipe their forehead when like that happened. Like, oh, it's okay. Looks like a Switch.
Yeah. Thank God. Oh man. That's really funny.
When do you think they're going to announce this? There was discussion they were going to announce it this month. I don't think it's going to happen though. I think if it was going to be announced this month, it like had to be this week. I don't think they're going to announce it anywhere near Zelda. I don't think they're going to do that. That's my opinion.
Okay.
I think to me, if the earliest I can see is getting announced is like the in between Zelda and Mario Party coming out, like somewhere in the middle of that. It's like the earliest, and if not
October.
Yeah, and if not, I think they're just gonna wait till next year to announce it, and wait till the holiday season is over.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some people have the argument that like they'd wait till after the holiday season just to get in those last few. Let the Switch one have its last kind of holiday round. But I think with it getting leaked right now, it feels very like it feels like a kind of like a now or never kind of thing.
The smoking gun, I think, to it being sooner than later is we actually know they recorded a commercial for it.
Oh wow!
Somebody was able to. I don't know the exact specifications, but we know for sure they recorded a commercial for it.
Okay.
And with the Switch, when they record, we actually know too much about when they recorded the Switch commercial too. The original one, it was like 100 days after the Switch commercial got recorded. They aired it, like something like that, like a month or two, like a month or two. I think it was like a month or two after they recorded it. And if they could just be recording a commercial right now for 6 months later, but it'd be weird. So it's more likely, I don't know, October before Mario Party comes out, I think could happen.
That'd be funny because that's just mimicking the exact the original Switch.
Well, you know, if it ain't broke, I guess.
I guess so. They're really doing a sequel.
We're doing a sequel.
That's
We're
what you do, Nintendo.
The guns when you hear someone's golfing.
I like this chat comment. Switch one, something a time traveler would say.
What the heck?
Going back in time, like, oh, you're playing the Switch one. Interesting.
Oh man,
that sounds like that almost sounds like a Brian Griffin-esque delivery. Oh, the Switch one. Interesting.
Whoa.
I see you're playing Super Mario Odyssey 1.
And then past Stewie goes, what the deuce?
With the scallop?
With the scallop? What is Stewie saying that shit? And then Brian like, that's not your catchphrase.
He should say
It is
that.
now.
Vile
word. Woman.
Oh, word?
A word?
Oh, word.
Any other word on the Switch 2?
What does Nintendo think?
Nintendo?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's ask
Nintendo
him.
mention. I also wanted to say, Freak here. There's pre-cure VAs in City. Thank you for letting me know, Ryan.
Of course.
Yay.
You guys really at Nintendo to ask him what he thinks of the Switch 2. That's great. Thanks, guys. Oh, he's typing. Don't worry. We'll know in a minute.
Yeah, why not? I can ask him. What? He's not too busy for us, okay? He's our friend.
He's editing. He's editing like his
Loud
Loud
House
House review.
now.
He can pop in and say like, "Hey, we're not like putting him on the podcast. He's just got to type something. That's fine."
Yeah.
It's not going to Pibby glitch on. Back to the thing about people wanting old stuff, but scary. Pibby was the biggest thing ever, and that's every cartoon that's scary.
Whatever.
Hey,
That's what they want.
What do you mean every cartoon got scary after Pibby? What was that?
No. When I was talking about Lunatics, how like everyone wants their cartoon that they grew up with to be edgy. That's why Pibby's so popular, because it does that with every cartoon. It wins over everybody and makes it edgy.
I thought Pibby was stupid when it first got shown.
Well,
What was that, Rosa?
You're not. Okay.
oh my god. Oh, I was about to say I got worried and thought my brother was gonna shove me in the locker.
All right. Oh, with
Just-
Nintendo update.
My brother
If it
listens
has-
in on this, let you know.
Rosa, I'm reading the Nintendo update. Please, a little bit of respect, please.
Okay. Sure.
Nintendo says if it has a new 3D Mario, I'll probably buy it. Those are my thoughts. All right. What is such sensible musings from the mind of YouTube's Nintendo reviews?
Not the Super Mario Logan one.
Yeah, the good Nintendo.
Hey,
Come on.
Nintendo, I have a question. What are your
He
thoughts
can't
on
hear
the?
you.
He'll hear me.
Okay.
He's our friend.
All right.
You'll hear me.
I
He's
don't
our
know.
friend.
I don't know how it works.
Nintendo,
What's the question?
what do you think of the colonial themes of Minecraft?
All right. Well, we'll hear what Nintendo thinks about that on next episode. What do we have any? What's the next part of our show that we do?
Well, we got to talk about the Super Mario Logan game coming to Switch. Chef Pee-Pee's like burger flipping adventure. I don't know.
I mean, I think whatever can be said about that is apparent.
Do you think if they like made a Mario Logan SML game and they pitched it like they wanted to put it on Switch, Nintendo would deny them just because they hate them?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he'd get to the office. I think they'd be like, no.
This is
Get out of
stupid.
here. Get out of here.
They gotta get the Super Mario Logan army on Twitter. And
You
they
know what? If it was before they got like cease and desisted about using like Nintendo characters, I think maybe. But like they're already in like a folder somewhere that says like don't fuck with these guys.
Was that fake?
I don't know. I don't know anything about Super Mario Logan. I just know that they stopped doing Mario.
But I
and
thought
had-
I thought you were the biggest watcher of Rise and Fall Super Mario Logan videos.
Xander,
watch
what
Super
did you?
Mario. I watch SMG4 Rise and Fall videos. Not
Everyone.
Super Mario Logan.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
there's a difference.
Okay, folks, this is the part of the show where we talk about what we watched or played this week. Xander, you're our guest. What did you watch or play this week? I know you have something prepared today.
I
Watch
played.
Rise and Fall of SMG4.
Yeah, no, I just kept watching them, and every time they're like, I'm 6 years old. It sucks. I'm 20 now. When
Xander, I have to say, I've watched a few of those. You're completely right. They're all like that.
every single one of them is this guy trying really hard to real concrete reasons why SMG4 is less good, and every time it more or less ties back to I like the old ones better because I watched them when I was 6. What I did do this week actually is I played Pajama Sam. There's no need to hide when it's dark outside.
Ooh,
I played it as a child but never beat it. But
And
I
that's
think
one
that
of-
was
that's one of the anti-woke games, isn't it?
yeah. No, there's
no
nothing
woke
woke in it.
themes. Okay, all right. That's a safe game.
you just go on a boat. You teach a boat that it can swim, and then he puts you around and you collect your items, and then you go to Darkness's house, and it's really cute. It's really fun. I've never actually beat Pajama Sam, so it was like kind of. I guess I just thought there was more to it. Like I think I just like put in my child brain that like there's so much I haven't done in this game.
Oh,
but now I'm an adult and like the logic just like
you have like a game designer intuition now.
Yeah, no, I figured out how to
demystified.
I figured out how to play with Pajama Sam.
It's all just a series of
what they're probably
that you have to do in an order.
I said, you know what, there probably isn't anything to click in this room. I've probably clicked everything I can click in this room instead of being like, oh no, I'll figure it out, I'll solve it.
If you were a kid, you could just sit in the same room for like hours, just like clicking random parts, and like maybe now this will do something when I click it.
No, yeah, now I've played Resident Evil and I'm like, okay, I get an item, I go where I haven't gone, try to use the item, and eventually something will happen.
Yeah, just follow the yellow paint.
Follow the yellow paint.
Gamers, we have yellow paint like in our brains now. That
I was playing Borderlands 3. I've also been playing Borderlands 3. I'm kind of sad Borderlands 3 came out before the yellow paint was a joke because there's just an ironic yellow paint. If Borderlands 4 better have a side quest where there's an NPC and he's like, I'm the guy who puts yellow paint on all the climbable objects. That's me.
There should be a mission. There should be a game
sounds
where
like a Rick and Morty bit.
I was gonna say that's like the high.
Yeah, because I can only do I do want my Justin Roiland.
That's your like Trover saves the universe game.
Yeah, like high on life joke.
Look, there's some yellow paint here. That means we can interact with that.
You can mantle. I put a bunch of white paint, yellow paint. I keep getting confused. I'm colorblind. Rick and Morty, yay!
Rick and Morty, yay!
Ryan, can you post the what the fuck is that? Can you post the Nintendo response?
I can't believe this.
What did she say? You know, he's our friend. He can hear us.
I guess she wasn't lying. He heard us.
Yeah, I never lie.
She doesn't.
There should be one of those games though where like one of the missions is putting the yellow paint on stuff that you interact with. That'd be kind of fun.
That's gonna you're gonna get a gun that shoots yellow paint, so you can do it. Borderlands 5. Bookmark this. It's coming back in fucking Borderlands 4. There's gonna be yellow paint on the mountable surface mission. Locked in. And Hawktall.
Actually.
Hawktall?
Isn't there a game where like you're supposed to like clean up after like the protagonist runs through the levels?
Right, but you're not putting yellow paint on interactive.
No, you could
objects.
be. No, you could.
It's like
it's
part of it because you're like a janitor, and janitors don't just clean up; they do maintenance. So while you're cleaning up the blood, you have to put down yellow paint.
That could be in the sequel, in the Viscera Cleanup Detail sequel.
Call me. I'm available.
Right. Hey,
Viscera,
you got
Viscera
game design ideas.
I like how
Pajama
Nintendo
Sam-
like respond to that GIF. Go ahead.
Oh, just Pajama Sam. You know, how many booms do you give it on the boom meter?
I think I give it 5 big booms.
5 big booms?
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh,
Say
that is a shimmering endorsement. Oh, is there anything else you want to say about?
Pajama Sam's pretty toony. How's that?
It's toony.
It is kind of toony. It's got Bobby Hill.
Where's his big pink bulbous nose to stick his
The
booger
other
finger
characters
up?
have that. There's other characters.
Ryan, I'm worried you're a little too like bulbous pink nose essentialist. It's a common fixture of tunes, but it's no requirement.
Chat, how many?
This is like the Sonic Nose Link debate.
Chat,
It is.
I should you all know, like half the stuff you see in Michael B tuning isn't even like half of it. We like a Discord we hang out in, and I'm just like once every like a day or so, I'll like send like a new like 2-5 version of a cartoon with like a horrible description attached to it, and all my friends have to see it. I'll post the Simpsons one on screen because the Steven Universe one is really bad.
Well, I don't know if it's really good. Should Michael post it?
No, I don't think this is a good Michael post. I think the world can see this one.
Okay.
Let me get the Toonsons on screen.
I wonder if Michael's watching and he gets inspired by your art.
I hope he is. Mike, if you're watching, I just want you to know, don't stop. Find out what generative AI is. Look, Google that for me, Michael. Do that for me.
Oh.
You'll thank me.
Generate me a hilarious cartoon cat in the style of John Christopher Lucy, holding a giant wooden mallet, smashing his own head and picking his nose next to a beautiful toontastic babe in the cartoon style of Spumco animation.
I like you describing the art style like 5 times. It's gonna get confused.
You have to be very clear.
I can start saying a butt fart in good time, because I think that might be my favorite joke that might be my favorite thing to come out of this whole thing I'm a part of. Whatever this is, the expanded Startcast universe of things. Butt fart in good time's my favorite.
If anyone's lost on who Michael B. Tuning is, I kind of don't even want to explain it. I'm just hoping that like you will know his name eventually. Like, oh, that's what they were talking about. You know, that's kind of my hope.
You sound like Toby Fox when he tweeted like, "You better get in on Undertale now." People start hating it because it's popular.
Yeah. I just want to say, I think the reason this joke started is it just spiraled out of control because we were kind of making fun of like people who talk about like the first few seasons of Adventure Time, like they're like this is the dumbest butt farting cartoon ever, and then became like Rebecca Sugar liberal cartoon, and we were kind of making fun of people who talk about that, and then it spiraled out of control.
Yeah, I saw someone say they couldn't watch Adventure Time anymore because it got too sad. I'm like, what are you talking about?
We're talking about that. I just think one of the last like 4 episodes of that show is like the Ice King and the Finn like comic book adventure episode. Like that's one of the last like 4 episodes of the show.
Right.
I love that episode. They like set fire to that place.
Yeah. They set fire to Mad Magazine.
You know, be like, oh, Adventure Time's so sad. Then you watch the episode, and, like Jake the dog makes his butt really big and like puts Finn in his butt, and he runs really fast with Finn in his butt. Like it's too sad now.
Yeah.
Well,
but anyway, it all spiraled from that.
Rosa, you always get prepared for this segment. Did you watch or play anything this week?
Yes. So I read an article about the Power World versus Pokemon, and I think Dogman should be in the next SNK fighting game.
What?
If they put in Ronaldo.
She souped all of the things that she watched her play. Rosa, no, we gotta sift through these. Can you unbind them somehow?
Okay.
I understand.
So I want to talk about again Super Mario Eclipse. It recently got an update, and one of the new levels they added into the game, the missions where you slide down the slide, got fixed. It looked like shit before, and now it actually looks like an actual level. Thank God.
They fixed the slide. Well, there's your update, folks. You heard it here.
Anyway, I've been loving Super Mario Eclipse. I'm very surprised to see how much of like there is after you beat Bowser in the first half. It really is just like an expansion upon the original game. The blue coin mission has been a lot easier to deal with since they give you a counter like how much you got in the level. And it always helps that like there's the overview of like Super Mario Sunshine out there that has like the blue coins location. So, but it's been such a great time discovering these new levels and then like exploring the other half and seeing what they added in, what's completely original, what they were able to add in. It's very fun. I think my favorite one was like this new level that was based in Italy. It's such a vertical level.
They go to Italy?
Yeah.
The Mario Brothers finally go to Italy?
Yeah.
I'm kind of sorry. I'm just kind of caught off guard because I never even thought of the fact that there is no Italy level thing.
Yeah. The closest you got was in Super Mario Sunshine when some like certain aspects of like tying back to Italy, but like here there's like a level that has
Beach.
Yeah. But here there's like a level that's just like kind of like a little town. It's very vertical base where you have to keep climbing up. It's like a maze. You get used to like locations and stuff. It's very nice. It's like one of the completely original levels next to like their own rendition of Yoshi Island, and they added in Peach Beach, which is of course like retrofitted to work with Super Mario Sunshine. So it's very interesting, but I'm very happy. I really love experiencing the new stuff in this game.
The new Super Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, and the playable characters are really fun. Mario, of course, is like still the same as usual on top of the new moves, but I also love playing through it with Luigi, with it having like his higher jumps and
He's still laughing.
right.
What?
Yeah,
Where'd you stop?
so he has a higher jump and he can't get fall damage. Mario can, so and you could eat shit even worse if you fall. So be careful for that. And then you could play as El Petissimo.
The El Petissimo?
Yeah, he's pretty fast.
The mailman.
He's really fast. He has like a double jump. He can't use Flood except for like one level where like he gets taken away, but other than that, he's pretty fun to play. I think what's really neat is like they also added in the green Yoshi who could actually swim in water. So that fruit.
Oh wait, my dreams have finally come true. Mario Sunshine lied to you as a kid. They put green Yoshi on the box art and like in all the game, like all the renders.
They did,
but you can't actually use green Yoshi in the game. He's been saved. You could be green Yoshi.
There's a beta screenshot in the manual. I thought he was in the game. He's not in there.
So you can use green Yoshi.
This is for me and Ryan.
Mm-hmm. He can swim in water, but he can't shoot juice. But when he's dry, he can swim. But once he's juice, he will die in there.
Okay.
For Yoshi.
For Yoshi.
Still a lot for me to do. I appreciate the fact like the blue coins are like a lot easier in the newer levels because there's at least like 10 coins. So it's like, okay, thank God. And it's pretty neat. It's also nice to see their own take on like the unused levels that were found in the piles, and it was nice to see the like the pathways to go in between levels. So it's just a nice time. It gives the game a lot more life and a lot more to breathe. And I also found like that Kobeni cat in one of the level meshes. I was trying to reach on top of a mountain, and then I'm just falling, and then I just see that, and it just jump scared me. Like, what the fuck is that?
So she's real. That's in the game.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
in the game. Yeah, that's what
now
real
I need
life
to play it.
Yeah, it's like in the other half. You gotta look for it in the mountains.
I look for her in the mountains.
I look for her.
And be like hamburger. I'm very much looking forward towards beating the game and unlocking everything because like apparently after the other half of the game, it's like they added in some like beta levels, like beta versions of like the older levels and stuff. So I'm very excited to see that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, did you watch or play anything this week?
Oh wait, I also wanted to talk about this other thing.
You always come prepared with
it's
three
watch
things.
or play, not watch and play, Rosa.
I got to talk about two. I think she gets to talk about two.
Yeah.
What two did you talk about?
I talked about fucking Super Mario, how the SMG4 has gone down the toilet because I'm.
You mentioned that.
Hey, it was part of it.
Okay.
I shared real thoughts.
Okay.
So what'd you friggin' watch?
I watched a short film called Hickety Pickety Pop, or also known as
what? Hickety Diggity Pop?
Hickety Pickety Pop.
Pickety Pop.
Mm-hmm. Or also known as There Must Be More to Life. It's
what do you think of it?
A short film that's an adaptation of a story by Maru Sindek. And it was a very nice watch because like it's the main character is like a little terrier dog that's just like a puppet, but it looks so realistic and yet so expressive. It's just very memorizing to look at.
Wow, wow, wow.
Just seeing the props, the puppetry, the voice acting.
Do you have any pictures of
like,
this? How do you find this?
I just put on like stop motion shorts last night, and this is the one that really like stuck with me. Let me look for this scene because they just
Yeah.
also have this dog like walking around on two legs sometimes too. It's
I
like
just
really
did the
funny.
duck walk.
I just did the duck walk all the way home.
Holy crap, you guys.
Quack, quack, quack. I'm a little ducky.
Here's the
Oh my
screenshot.
god.
Steve, can you make
my
an
God.
awful noise?
No, I'm not obligated to do that. You can't string me around like this. So this is a puppet dog?
Yeah.
This is a very like realistic dog. This looks really funny.
You know,
I mean,
this,
it-
this
Whoa!
Oh
This
my
looks like a
God.
Canadian show.
Yeah, it is
What?
it is from a Canadian production.
No way!
Oh my god. Viva Canada.
Vive la
oh, you know, there you go.
Montreal. Ha ha.
Ho ho ho.
Quebecois.
But yeah, it was such a fun watch. I love the voice delivery of the dog. It's so sweet. It's so soothing.
Final place for
I
this
just
dog.
love it.
All right.
Yeah,
So it's
but
Higlety Piglety Pop.
yeah, it's
All right.
it's a very fun. It's very also very somber and place too, especially towards the
Mhm.
end. It's just that line delivery. It's very
Yeah, it seems
It's
so you can
heartbreaking.
watch it on YouTube right now.
yeah.
This.
Hey,
There's the
oh,
endorsement. It looks
yeah, let
very
me-
it's pretty interesting looking thingy.
Yeah, let me put in the link in the
Yeah.
chat.
I mean if you're allowed to.
If you,
I should be allowed to.
YouTube's weird. Here,
Yeah,
I'll
it's-
post the link in the YouTube chat.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
does it ask?
What?
Did you watch your playing this week, Seep?
I actually did.
Holy crap!
I've got a couple things. I haven't beaten it yet. I've been playing Arzette, the Jewel of Faramore, because we mentioned the Duck Walk, which is the Zelda CDI spiritual like
I
send
clapped. I clapped when he said it.
Yeah. I can probably talk about that more next time. I haven't beaten it yet. So I can kind of give my full thoughts on that. But I've really been enjoying that. I'm friends with someone who did one of the cutscenes, and I want to make cutscene when they make the next game. Let's see. I also watched the Transformers movie that came out this weekend.
Oh, that just came out. Yeah.
Yeah, it just came out. I don't have much to say about it. I'm not like a huge Transformers fan. I liked the toys when I was a little kid.
I
The
thought it was
movie
a
itself,
stupid baby.
I also like Transformers around the time I like Lunatics, so I'm just saying, might not hold up.
I watched it yesterday because they were giving out the free like Keanu Reeves movie Shadow posters. It's not Shadow, it's movie Shadow. They're giving out the free movie Shadow posters.
Can you give it to
so
me?
I got one of those. Well, I don't know. It's my one and only. I might treasure it very dearly.
We'll put it in the Starcast office.
Yeah. This Starcast tuber office.
We're right with
And
Tuber
yeah,
House.
it was a pretty good movie. It's a movie where like the first half hour for me was a little shaky because it has a lot of like, I don't know, kind of like Joss Whedon style, like quippy kind of dialogue. Very like kiddie, I'd say. And it is a movie for kids. It's
Basically,
freaking
everything
Transformers.
that was in the trailers.
Yes. But there's like a definitive like shifting point in the movie where it kind of like, I guess it locks in, you would say. And it was a pretty thrilling, good action movie. Probably the most legible action that has ever been in like a CGI Transformers movie.
You're gonna make so many people mad because they love those live action Transformers now.
You're gonna make nobody mad.
Really?
'Cause there's no way any people.
No, you don't even know. People love the live action Transformers now. They're epic and nostalgic and swagging on soy.
Really?
I believe that, but like I'm like no one here.
I mean, Michael Bay
in chat right now. Tell me your opinions on the Bayformers. Give me deep thoughts. As long as the character limit will go, tell me.
I mean, our fans have brains, so that won't count.
I think of those movies. There's two things I think of when I think of Bayformers. I think of the guy's Xbox turning into a Transformer, and I think of the like nutsack on the Transformers in 2.
What's the?
That's what these movies are to me.
And what about Tom Kenny's racist voice?
Oh my god!
I've not seen that movie, so I can't comment on Tom Kenny's racist voice, but I can comment that everyone in grade 3 was like, "You see, he sees the ball sack on the Transformers, and he goes, I'm under the enemy scrotum," and I laugh so hard because I'm 7 years old.
What's the scene where he goes like, "Bumblebee, stop lubricating on the man"?
He does do that too. He pisses on him.
Remember when this happens?
I do remember the My Little Pony thing, but that's in like 4. I don't think about Transformers 4.
God, he's so not holding that Rainbow Dash. Sorry, I'm gonna put this on
He's
screen.
not holding. He's not holding anything.
It's really
even in the shots where they could have put a gun in his hands. It doesn't look like he's holding.
That's like Rooster Teeth level composite.
This is the most pro-military movie ever. I hate Transformers. I hate Bay Transformers. I bet he sucks the military dick.
He does. That's what half those movies are. Half those movies are like military propaganda. They're so thoroughly fucked as movies. I'm not morally against them, but
I mean, isn't that's largely because like the military will fund your movie if you make it propaganda?
No, it's really crazy that that's a thing in Hollywood. That like they will just be like, "Hey, you need $1 million right now. Just don't say anything bad. Here's a couple Tiger tanks. Here you go."
So this Transformers movie basically had none of that. It takes place entirely on Cybertron. There's no like human characters. And it's somehow on track to being one of the least financially successful Transformers movies. If it doesn't pick up at the box office. But whatever. I recommend it. It's a good movie. As someone who doesn't know much about Transformers, really, I was captured by the story. And the last thing I'll sort of touch on, I'll make it quick. I saw Beetlejuice.
Multiverses?
To what was that name again?
Say it one more time.
It's the sequel to the
what movie?
Can you say the name?
It's a Tim Burton movie.
Say the name one more time.
80s.
Like after you said the first 2 times?
It was movies called Beetlejuice.
You ready to go, man?
Beetlejuice!
Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay.
Oh
the ghost with the most. Oh, dude.
Hold on. Beetlejuice.
No, I'm going back to hell or something.
Yes. Okay.
I was gonna ask him why to fix them.
Good thing you got rid of him, Mac. Now he's out of the multiverses and we have more room for rain dogs.
That's actually a huge multiverses plot hole. Why don't they just say his name 3 times?
They're being fair.
Okay. It's balancing. Like Sonic's lifesavers in the Olympic Games.
Well, what do you think of Beetlejuice?
I didn't know what to expect going into it because there's been a lot of these like legacy type sequels where you dig up some IP from like 40 years ago and you do like a new faithful yet forward thinking installment that pays tribute to the original, but paves the path for new fans. I have to say, I think it was I liked it a lot. Like I think it's pretty good. I don't know if I'd say I've seen the original movie so many times. It's kind of one of those movies that like I kind of know everything about it. Like I could just remember stuff from it off the top of my head. I'm not sure like how I would compare this one to it. I'd say it definitely is good enough to be like, like Halloween, we're gonna have like a Beetlejuice double feature. Like I think it would stand up to that. Like watching them back to back. it avoids a lot of the pitfalls of these kind of like legacy things. Like I think the ultimate example to go to is the Ghostbusters sequels.
No, the Ghostbusters
are...
was a dramatic horror movie in the original, and there was just comedic elements, and it was actually a really serious drama.
Really scary. No.
It was really scary. Like and like
Dan Aykroyd said it was a horror movie. Scary.
And you know, there's a lot of heart there too. I think people forget about that. The original Beetlejuice had a lot. Ghostbusters. The original Ghostbusters had a lot of heart.
They had a lot of heart when they sold Ray's house to pay for a fire station. There's a lot of heart and kindness in these movies. They leave you with a feeling.
I think you or someone made a joke about the how the new Beetlejuice movie didn't resurrect a dead actor with CGI.
Yeah, no, they didn't do anything like that. They didn't even do like a digitally de-aged Alec Baldwin in this.
Good.
I guess because he's been in the news a lot. I don't know.
If I wonder what he's been in the news for.
Well, you know.
Oh my god!
But
did he sold the Yuji Naka hat?
Yeah, Alec Baldwin sold the Yuji Naka hat. I'm sorry to say, and he got on the news for it.
But
yeah, no, there's no like de-aged, resurrected, like CGI old actors. There's basically none of that. There's a lot of references and stuff to the original movie, but there's a lot of cool new stuff. I think you can tell this was kind of an excuse for Tim Burton to get like a decently budgeted chance to like do interesting, cool stuff again. Because for a while he's kind of been in the gallows of like, you know, those Alice in Wonderland movies and like Dumbo.
Classics, yes.
The
science is Dumbo.
Some of the ugliest CGI movies I think possibly ever released. Maybe.
Wow.
But no, this has very minimal CGI. There's a lot of like cool practical effects. There's enough like new stuff in here. Like I felt like I was watching a new movie. Like it's definitely like a sequel, but it has its own kind of, I guess, appeal to it. Interestingly, I'd say what I'd most readily compare it to, kind of tonally, right after I watched it, was the Bill and Ted movies. If you've ever seen those, where it's very much like, I think a lot of like the plot. There's a lot of like plot threads and characters, but a lot of it is kind of like, it's kind of like secondary stuff. Like in the end, it doesn't. Most of what happens doesn't matter. Willem Dafoe is in this movie. He plays like, he plays a cop who in his life was an actor who played a cop who died on set in like a grenade explosion. So he's kind of like a poser. Like he's always like, he's trying to do like cool one-liners and stuff. And he doesn't really do much in the movie aside from just being in a bunch of scenes and being funny. So it's kind of one of those movies where like just a bunch of like funny, creative stuff happens in it, and you're just kind of along for the ride. It has a really great like showstopper ending too. I really like the ending to it.
I also want to ask, does it use practical effects?
Oh yeah, no, there's like prosthetics, there's stop motion, there's like actual like built sets when they go into the underworld. It's not like a huge like CGI like landscape that they build.
So it's for babies.
Yeah.
Imagine like someone seeing the movie and thinking that for some reason, like, no, there's no CGI in Beetlejuice. This was supposed to be the modern.
It looks like a bunch of toys running around. All these sets. No, yeah. It has a good visual identity to it, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. And I hope it gets to stand and have kind of like a legacy alongside the original movie. Like I want this to be something people watch. I think I might watch this some Halloweens, you know, like do
it's
a
almost Halloween
double feature. Yeah, it's a a good time.
Come over, let's watch it together.
Go watch The Juice. The juice is loose.
The juice is loose.
The juice is loose.
The juice is loose.
Okay, no, you know what they should have done? You know what they should have done?
What should they done?
They should have had OJ Simpson.
A CGI.
Yeah, a CGI.
Before they knew he was gonna die.
Well, like they add it in later. Like there's been some time to put in because they're both called Juice. That's
would he just be like reading a newspaper in like the waiting room? And then he like
exactly.
He like puts it down. He like looks around, so you see it's CGI OJ Simpson. Okay.
And he's like, and like he's got the gloves on.
Oh, the
And he
classic
fit.
gloves.
Guess the juice got loose.
Oh man.
No, and because he's dead, they could have a joke where he's like, "So did you do it?" And he like nods, like because he's dead. They can't do anything about that. You can't. What does it matter?
There's no estate that would care.
Well, they can't. What does the estate care?
Do you think he would nod in shame?
Yeah, he gives like a really.
He'd be like, "Oh, okay." No, I think he'd be like,
you got me. You got me.
Yeah.
I did it.
All right, I did it. I did
the
it.
cat's out of the bag.
You could put
Okay.
that in post. Is all I'm saying. That does not take. That would not take very much.
I'm sure the family of the woman he murdered would really appreciate that.
I'm sure that they. I mean, the joke is he did it, which is what they want. Like, I think they'd be okay with. I think they'd be okay with a CGI fake confession.
It's been long
He
enough.
did it. It's been like 4 months. That's fine.
Ryan, do you have anything you want to say?
I didn't, but I'm gonna follow the chat's demands. People were asking for this. Instead of Tyler I watched play this week, I'll put the Steven Universe one on screen too.
Yes.
The Steven Universe tunes.
Yeah, that'll be my what I watched or play
Okay.
this week. You can all look at it for a second.
That is what you've been spending your time on. Why did he title his book like that? I think that book like released under the family of the victim.
I actually
Like,
know that.
No,
Actually-
okay, so the original one was If I Did It, but then the family got the rights to republish his book. So they made it where it stays
Like the if is really small.
yeah.
Right. Oh, I think the tune thing just appeared on screen. I see the reactions are flowing in.
Do you guys like it?
I think it adds the important context that all the Toon women look exactly the same. I think that's
they all
really
have beautiful. They have beautiful features that are distinct to each one of them.
this
Make them hot
literally
in their own way.
I'm gonna be honest. This drawing made me really think about the Crystal Gems designs are. I saw this and I was like, damn, you know what? They are really unique and cool looking characters when you put them like that.
You like Steven? He's pretty cool.
Wait, is he? Oh, he's wearing flip flops. I thought he had I thought he had like socks that were like pulled up high enough that his feet were sticking through.
Supposed to be the fat of his legs are too big for his short skin.
Oh my god!
What
This
if
is so much worse?
He should like when they're making like their morning pancakes, they should like make 1,000 pancakes and they all like rocket directly into his open mouth, and then his body gets really huge from all the pancakes he eats for breakfast. That would be hilarious.
That's good eating. Thanks, Garnet.
And then he goes,
really full of pancakes.
and he shrinks back to his original size from the big birth.
I think we need to apologize to Rebecca Sugar. Just in general.
I think everyone should. I think we all owe Rebecca Sugar a really big apology.
Can the show end? I concur.
I don't think.
Hold on.
I think we got like another hour. I could go.
Oh god.
Now I just wanted to say I think Steven will be less woke if he looks like this.
Okay, whatever.
It's Sans. I'm not putting this on screen, but it's Sans.
It's a picture of Sans.
It's Sans. It's Sans.
It's a good
Great.
picture of Sans.
It's
one of those,
like, freaking get this.
It's like one of those 3D models.
Smashified Sans.
That's the Niprock Rock render.
Nipnock
Okay.
Rock?
Nibrock Rock. He's the guy. Nibrock Rock is the guy who makes all the Sonic renders that look official but aren't.
And they look better, and they look
Oh.
better than the actual renders most of the time. So that's how you know they're not real.
Right, yeah. So then YouTubers like accidentally use the fan renders.
It's like because you wouldn't believe that the Seneca ones look that bad.
Yeah.
No, wait, I got a better one. The Blowjob Brothers.
The Blowjob Brothers.
What about them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, the real nasty sand source filmmaker model, my favorite.
Hey, want to answer some questions and topics from YouTube members before we end the show?
Might as well. We're already about to hit 3 hours.
Seems so bitter about this. Like, might as well.
I'm so hungry and tired.
I brought food. I got a cheeseburger right here in case I got hungry.
Cheeseburger backpack.
All right, let's see. We got some good ones actually.
I got a question.
Yeah.
When? I don't know. When did there get to be a Bill Clinton Eggman? I just want to acknowledge that. Just so everyone knows that I did see that.
Yeah. Here's one from Mush. This is kind of a toontastic question. From Mush11 in the Discord. We're witnessing the renaissance of the wacky role of Tex Avery. Discuss how those animated cult classics informed you how to engage with art in the world around you. Using the word detuned in any context will flip the podcast boat by 180 degrees and submerge everyone immediately.
What? Can I get that question in writing?
Yeah,
I can answer that. It's because they take the name of Tex Avery and put it on something shit. That made me think about how it's terrifying that as an artist, you have this kind of brand. You have this kind of like idea of who you are. And even like post-mortem, people can take this idea that might not even be accurate to who you are and be like, that's who he was. Put your name on the wacky world of Tex Avery. He wasn't a cowboy.
That is so weird to think about. Like, it's like not that show's not even like using the Tex Avery characters like Droopy Dog and like the werewolf guy. It's just like the cowboy's named as Tex, and like it's kind of cartoony, and like that's where it ends.
It's wacky. It's toontastic.
See, you're ahead of the
I think
curve.
when John K dies, they should do the same thing. The wacky world of John K, where the main character is just named John, and it has nothing to do with anything.
The wacky world of John K.
I think that's
That's a really good idea.
I think he would hate that so much, so we should do it. They'd be like,
that's why we do it when he's dead.
That's like the best way to like demolish his legacy. Any legacy he had is making the wacky world of John K.
Oh,
and like it's just like the like everything from Ren and Stimpy, like none of his newer stuff. Like it's just Ren and Stimpy, just doing Ren and Stimpy bits over and over.
No, I think it should be like brand new original spumtastic characters inspired.
No, it's new characters, but it's all just like bits from like Ren and Stimpy.
Okay.
Another SponCom episode.
They become like fire dogs.
Yeah, no,
maybe that could be an entire segment on its own, like the fire dogs. You know,
no,
maybe John K is like a firefighter. And he has two toontastic dog characters.
Is there a beautiful Spunko babe that he and Anti-John will fight over every episode?
Oh, and you know there have to be abusive father figure characters.
Oh
It wouldn't be.
Oh my god! It's really a real John K moment when there's like a really young woman that they find attractive. And
I think John, the character in the wacky world of John K, should be an abusive father character. I think that would really tie.
Okay, you think he'd have a son?
He's in the chair. He's in the chair, like holding a beer, and he's like, "I want those damn cartoons done. They're not good enough. Do them again." And like, you know, you kind of tie into who John K really was.
That sounds really pleasant.
It's just the most miserable cartoon. There's no jokes. It's just they keep coming to John K, who's sitting in a chair in like a tank top with a beer, and he's just yelling at them. He's just over and over again, like, it's not good enough.
You're just you basically made the depressing version of the Toonsons that I made earlier. the father and the son character. You just like
this. The son is an animator.
Yeah.
The son is a cartoonist, and he's making a cartoon.
You're just making Freddy got fingered.
That's what the wacky world of John K is. That's exactly what it is.
Does that answer the question?
I think that answers the question better than literally any other way you could possibly answer the question of we're witnessing the wacky world of Tex Avery Renaissance. Talk about how it's informed how you engage with art.
Sean K. Lola, your toontastic son.
Yeah, no, he's got like a beautiful wife, but she's in like an apron. She's like a woman, and she's making him dinner, and she's like, you think you're being too hard on your toontastic son? And he's like, he doesn't make cartoons good. They're not fast enough. They're not the kind of cartoons.
Oh my God.
I don't know what John K sounds like. This is just what I assume he was doing in that office.
He voiced Ren, so maybe he just sounds like Ren.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense, actually, that he plays the dog that abuses the fat cat boy.
Yeah.
That was like candid footage when he goes like, "You idiot!" That was just like they were.
That was him slapping Billy West on the face.
Whenever they literally they were in the fucking booth like hitting each other.
It's really funny. Do you remember there was ever a point in time where people thought Billy West was in the wrong for like that situation where he didn't like give up his job for like John K? There was a point in time where people thought Billy West might have been in the wrong for that.
Oh man.
God.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't even think at the time he wasn't. I was always on his side.
I
was woke. Well, we'll take one more question here. Hopefully this one will be normal. Here's a question from Angler. Got a question for everyone. What game or cartoon crossover would you like to see happen the most, no matter how nonsensical or improbable?
I think Mario and Luigi should cross over with Paper Mario.
No, that would never happen.
Really? But it's the same Mario. How does that make sense?
I can't start this. This is going to be an 8-hour episode.
Oh boy.
This.
I don't know. I feel like so many crossovers are happening now. What would be something that's very novel? I mean, I guess one that I think the time has passed on this, but I've always had a vivid vision of like a Steven Universe Adventure Time crossover where Finn sees the crystal gems and he thinks they're princesses because they have the gems. But I guess we kind of have that with multi voices a little bit.
Yeah, he meets Garnet.
I don't know. Does anyone else have like any particular?
I got one.
Oh,
Arlo on Starcast.
Oh my god. You think so?
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome.
That would be awesome.
Next time I see him at a convention, I'm gonna be like, hey, you know the like Seep guy draws for you. You should be on his podcast, please.
I'm a big fan of both of you.
Could you sign my copy of Sticker Star again?
Yeah.
There was a point in time, I guess, where I thought like this wasn't even like a full idea. This was like a mobile game up there. Like, I'm surprised the Yokai Watch guys, they're doing like crossover shit like once a week. I'm surprised they haven't swooped up Toho yet. They can do that. That makes sense.
Yokai Watch and Toho?
Yeah.
Didn't they do that?
No, they never did.
I thought they did that.
They were both in the Don-chan drum game.
That's what I'm thinking of.
They should do Yokai Watch and Pokemon, just because it'd be funny.
They should do Power World and Pokemon.
Oh my god.
They should do like a Friday Night fucking beatbox battle game with those two series. And like they can keep track over keep track over which team gets more points, and like whatever team gets more points gets to like stay a series.
I think it'll be better if two indie series crossover instead. So I think Toho and Power World should cross over together. Zune would love that.
Oh yeah, if you're not aware, the creator of Toho like made Power World because Power World was like trying to like make it like an indies versus the big guys kind of situation with this lawsuit, and a lot of like Japanese Twitter users were kind of like, "All right, man, sure." It was kind of the response.
I've thought about this before. I feel like Kirby and Toho would like work really well in like an official capacity.
Okay.
Because I feel like there's a lot of crossover. I don't know. I feel like I see there's like a Toho fan game coming out that's just like a Kirby game.
Sunny one.
I think Raymond
I don't know. Kurt,
could like stick a whole car in her mouth and become the shape of a car too.
I wonder if someone's already drawn that.
Internet, don't get any ideas.
But yeah, that'd be cute. I mean, totally have the shooting gameplay, and that's in Kirby.
Okay.
I don't know. I like Kirby already.
What if they did Sonic and Mario? Can you imagine?
Oh my God.
Okay, this is kind of crazy, but I have a crazy. So, like, the Olympics coming to coming together.
You're
of,
on
like,
crack.
It's a coming together of like nations. We put our difference aside to compete, and I think that would really embody the spirit of like the Mario and Sonic rivalry if they were at the Olympics. Like it's not about the politics. It's not about blast processing. It's just about who's better at the long jump. It's Sonic. Sonic's the best at almost every Olympic sport. But
no, Mario is because he's cooler and sexier. That's official.
He runs. Yes, no, he's definitely the sex icon. But they literally banned like sex at the Olympics. That was like a conscious decision.
That was lifted. That was lifted.
Okay.
Oh man, Mario's getting the gold medal, and Sonic's gonna tap his foot so angry when Mario gets the gold medal in sex.
I think the spirit of Mario versus Sonic at the Olympics is in the right place, but it is really funny to put a character whose main trait is being the fastest thing on Earth and put him in a bunch of athletic challenges
where Wario can beat him.
Where Wario can beat him at the running fast race and the jumping far race. He doesn't win all of them.
It's funny on two sides of the coin because Sonic also canonically can't swim, so they like he wears like a little like floaties when he's doing the swimming competitions.
It's cute. It's fun. That's all anyone wants. It's cute and fun.
What if they made Mario and Sonic and Pac-Man at the Olympic Games?
That's too far. That's crossing a fucking line. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
No.
What if we got
the ghosts can't compete?
What if we got a group of crazy Nintendo characters, put them all in one place, and they started fighting? Boing.
What if you could watch Toy Story 1 and 2 in 3D?
Remember that?
And then when Buzz starts running at the screen with the 3 glasses on.
We used to be a country.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Toy Story 3 was such an event, and Toy Story 4 was very like, well, this is our like 11th sequel.
Toy Story 4 might be the funniest movie to ever come into existence because no one wanted it, no one liked it.
Okay, that's not true.
But it made enough money. Most people don't like it.
No, I see so many Toy Story 4 ride or dies out there.
No, people like it, but people don't like it's divisive.
Okay,
I feel like most people don't like it more than 3. You know,
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I see that.
People like it.
I don't even like 3 that much.
I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I feel like I wouldn't call it a bad movie.
No, it's not.
I think it's just not good enough. I think it's the same situation as Incredibles 2, where it's not good enough for what it needs to be to like justify its existence in most people's brains.
No, yeah, I think
a streaming series.
I think what Toy Story 3 built what 4 builds to at the end is pretty neat. It's got like a nice ending, but like nothing leading up to that ending is particularly good. I think
it's good. They did a weird ending. They didn't just like. I feel like they had a story to tell, and it just kind of got lost in translation.
Well, don't worry. That ending will be undone somehow in Toy Story 5 when Woody comes back to Bonnie's house to watch her play on the iPad.
That's the thing. If Toy Story 5 was a real continuation, I think people would like learn to appreciate 4 as a result. Like, I think you could kind of redeem it by making it like its own little saga.
I need Toy Story 5 to be just horrible because I think it'd be so funny if it was just like the worst ever.
Just actual like
it's just like
Mega Mind rules.
No, it's like actively like upsetting in some ways. Like Woody, like the reason Woody comes back is like, well, you know, Bo Peep made a fancier, newer cowboy toy, so we're not talking right now. God. So I'm back over here, guys. Like it has like a bunch of horrible retcons like that.
That should be just the first 5 minutes. Ding dong, and then Woody's just at the front door. They just open the door, and like Woody's there.
Hey,
what if he's a different Woody?
Where's the potato heads? Oh,
I mean, Xander, you should have been here like a month ago when D23 happened, because we went through all these bullet points.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm
I'm late. I'm late for my Toy Story 4-5 reveal analysis, even though I've seen the 6-hour YouTube video on Toy Story 4.
You're
6
How it
hours?
ruined everything.
Yeah, I watched the whole
my
thing.
God.
It was a really good video. It's really good. I genuinely, I recommend it because it really does make you care. This guy's just highly opinionated, but like you really do, if you like come into it like really trying to see his point of view, I think it really shows that this movie does betray what a Toy Story fan wants. What like a guy who really loves Toy Story wants.
You should watch the movie.
I don't need to watch the movie because he already
That's
told me
the
all the
bad.
reasons.
You can't do that. That's a bad way to engage the thing.
Someone told Xander how to feel, so he's okay now.
Okay. Someone on the computer told me. how to
Hey,
feel.
I'm just saying he spent 6 hours telling me.
What if it was like disgusting propaganda where he like snips out like crucial elements?
He does do that. He
of the
does be
movie.
like, they cheated in this scene. These 2 shots, like there's a cheat, and it's like he nitpicks it so hard, but it's such passionate nitpicking that I'm like, this guy really does care about every single flaw in Toy Story 4, every single one. And he's
That's how he
mad.
made it 6 hours.
It's a great video. Genuine recommendation. I should probably watch the movie though. You're right. I hadn't thought of how, I hadn't thought of how funny it would be to watch the movie and find out he's just wrong.
I mean, that's how it usually happens.
I want to say also, I want to pitch my idea for how because Mr. Potato Head's voice actor is no longer with us, and my idea for how they explain Mr. Potato Head being gone is would he be like, "Hey, where's the potato heads?" And then like, Bonnie left them somewhere, and then like they cut back to like a motel they've been left at, and they're covered in spider webs and dust, so they're just standing there waiting to like be picked up like in the sand. It's like really like upsetting instead of funny. Like they intended to be funny, but it's like really upsetting instead.
They don't. Their like parts aren't connected. It's just the potato like lying there, like a husk.
Yeah, it's like really
my
upsetting.
God.
Like it's supposed to be like a funny gag. Like, oh, isn't it funny? Like she left the potato heads by. It's a little silly, but like they make it like a little too upsetting.
They come back later as like a monstrosity of like potato head parts.
No, they need to never come
And then-
back. That needs to be it. That needs to be their only like point in the whole movie. It's like that's where they are. That's why they're not in the movie. And it's like upsetting and like like someone thought it'd be like a funny joke to put in, but it's just upsetting more than
They
anything.
should do that each time one of the 70-year-old voice actors dies in
Yeah.
between movies.
Ooh, Ham. Bonnie got a little too playful.
No, we're
with
not
him.
doing a rerun of the D23 episode we already did. We've been over 3 hours now. We can go home now, okay?
Wait,
Don't
I
even
didn't
start.
get to see my crossover idea.
Seep, I need a
Oh,
worse
yeah.
sound so I can fill out my bingo board. It's bugging
Rosa,
me
what-
that there's
no,
like one-
Rosa needs to answer the question that was asked 20 minutes ago of us.
I want to see a Precure actually do the be
Harlem
developed
Shake.
by like
Go on.
I actually want to see Precure be like actually have that Koei Tecmo game be done. If not, I want to see Nintendo develop a Precure kart racer.
Okay, that's pretty
Zach?
good.
Would it be called pre-cart?
Yes.
Okay.
Or Pretty
Alright.
Kart.
Pretty Kart is a pretty good name, actually. Well, we successfully answered all the questions. We covered all the topics, even topics that
Well-
we've already covered.
Oh, I also want wishful thinking. I want to see a Precure versus Kamen Rider game, fighting game.
That would be good. They should do
That'd
that.
be good.
All right.
Aren't you forgetting some news actually that happened this week?
What happened?
Dreamy
What is
tree.
that?
Did you forget? I was shut down again. Me, Donald Trump.
You
Your
sure
Trump's
were
worse
Donald
than
Trump.
mine.
Trump, come on. I was on your side last time, but ain't nothing happened. Not a bullet whizzed by.
No.
Trump.
You need to. The American people, they're in fear. I was shut out. Families aren't going outside anymore. They're staying in their houses. They're refusing to come out because they got shut out. It's scary. I just want everyone to know I'm okay.
Wait,
I'll be running again.
Join the club, pal. I mean, how do you plan to address the issue of people getting shot while they're playing golf? If so many Americans are afraid.
Everyone has to wear helmets.
Americans can't like play golf anymore.
Yeah, Trump. What do you have to say?
Well, I'm a gun-loving American. I want to make that clear here. But I think people need to try to harder not to get shot. I think is a problem. I think we as the American people are trying not very hard to get shot, and we need to fix that. I'm saying, Trump helmets will be launching soon. With special Trump patterns. Here's me holding a Bitcoin on one of them. They're calling me the crypto president. I don't know if that's true.
You brought it back around. I gotta say, I'm really impressed. Go
The
play
first
my video
100
game.
people to buy a Trump helmet will also get a free trimming from my knockout suit. That's what they're calling it. I don't know about that, but
It's my favorite video.
My new Trump trading cards. You can get a free trimming for my debate suit. People are calling it the knockout
Trimming?
suit. I don't know. Did you see the Trump trading card video, Xander?
No, I'm Canadian.
You need to watch it. It's
I'll watch it.
hilarious.
I'll watch it.
He's hawking these like NFTs. He's like, you can win a free dinner with me. You have to pay like it's like $75,000 or something to win like the free dinner with Trump or something.
See, Xander, you all really just did that. All right, you reeled me back in.
No, you really did. I thought you were just. I was ready to something, and then you brought out that. Ooh, it paints a picture. It paints a
He
picture.
would sell, and then people would buy the Trump helmets.
No, you'd
like,
see
proudly.
the Trump. No, you'd see the Trump helmets. Like you'd start like
At the
MAGA hats.
rallies.
MAGA hats would start disappearing, and like Trump helmets would start appearing.
Yeah.
Oh my
and
god! Imagine like someone's like looking at their Trump hat, and then everything, and then it slowly turns into the Trump helmet, and like that one song for Toy Story Wrong starts playing.
Strange.
Ain't no doubt about it.
God, why were the South Park guys so pissed of like the composer for Toy Story? Why did he hate his ass so much?
Why do you know so many stories about like reasons to dislike the South Park? I don't know all the. I don't know what to say about these. I can't verify these
towers.
We can't verify any of these stories.
I know the one where they did acid and dressed up as ladies and went to the Oscars. They did that. The South Park guys.
I do anything you want to say.
Acid?
They did acid.
Sander, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Anything you want to promote with the show ends?
Yes, actually. You can check out itch.io, Usagi Soft Drink Works, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so
links to that.
Yeah.
In the chat room, Ryan.
I made user which is infamous. I made a thing recently, pedestrian passing. It's sort of a mini visual novel thing about walking home from the store. And go play Wake of Vultures by Chambersoft. She said she'd kill me if I don't promote it.
Oh.
Go play.
What if she does?
Then you won't hear from me, and Lilith will go to prison. It's pretty simple.
What if we still hear from you after she kills you?
Oh wait, hold on. And then Lilith's in the prison cell, and she turns her head, look at the shadow in the corner of her prison cell, and then Mr. Yuji Naka walks out in hats.
I think you should have a CGI AI voice version of me, and have like it be like a nice cameo, like that's Xander, he's dead. But there's a CGI ghost with AI voicing, like Harold Ramis. I'm putting that in my will. You can do that with me. Please do that to me when I die. Put a CGI of me. Anyone can. I'm you know what? No, just you guys. I changed my mind. Just you guys.
I got a chat comments. It's ended in all caps. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Happy
Good night,
21st night of Startember.
September. The 21st night of September.
Don't escalate.